I guess it's like shower thoughts. Like, let's jump on live. Let's do it though. How are we all? Had a bit of a shave. I'm not as rough on the face anymore. It's a new era. Thought I'd look a bit cleaner, a bit more nice, a bit more moist. But anyway, as I know, people take their time to get to my live, so I'm going to chill for a bit. Oh, okay, here's Mr. C already. Holy shit, you're in here in record time, Mr. C. My boy. Benny, oh boy. Hello, how we going, Mr. C? Hope you're going very well today. Jumped right in. I like it. I like the energy. Make sure you like the video. How you been, Mr. C? It's been like 2-3 days. Hope you're doing well. El Matador versus the Bronx. The Bronx. Gonna be a good card. Gonna be a very good card. All right, we've got 4 people in here. 4 fucking legendary people are in here right now looking at me. Looking at this face. Crazy, crazy. But yeah, how is everybody, you know? I haven't gone live for 2 days, you know? I'm slacking. I was slacking off. I took a 2-day break. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable behavior from me. I apologize. But, yeah, I don't know. Get asking some questions. Let's have some dialogue. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a little talky poo for the subscribers, for everybody. I'm just yapping. Come on, somebody put a comment. You know, Mr. C, where you at? Should have probably dried my hair properly, but it's okay. We don't need to do that shit. The press conference was apparently really bad. Is that mousse in your hair? No, that is not mousse. This is just, literally just had a shower, just hopped out of the shower, didn't even properly dry my hair. That's why my hair is very messy. But I do have mousse. I just never put it in, to be honest. But, how you boys rocking with the shaven look? Happy Pride. Hope you live it up. You know it. Yes, the only pride I'm happy to enjoy is Pride FC. Nothing against the LGBTQs, but I prefer Pride FC. I love that meme where it's like when you go to the Pride Festival and nobody's talking about Vanderlei Silva or Rampage Jackson. My friends always send me that and say that's me. Working now, I'm halfway listening. That's all good, mate. That's all good. As long as you're listening, that's all good. Halfway listening is better than no listening, as they say. I was just about to message you on IG to see if you were in hospital. Nah, just been taking a chill day. Just been focusing on nature and just chilling a little bit, you know, just enjoying life a little bit. That's why I did like a quick Jake Paul prediction video. Do you like Marvel or DC? I prefer DC just because I'm a big Batman fan, but I like Marvel as well. I was always Batman was always my favorite superhero as a kid. I always loved him, you know. He's literally just a rich guy who knows how to kick ass. Like, don't we all aspire to be Batman? Don't we all want to be rich and be able to kick ass? Like, so how can you not love Batman, you know? Literally, he's a mere fucking mortal and he's just beating the shit out of, like, superhumans. Like, come on. He's literally the GSP of, like, superheroes. He literally just has a high fight IQ. That's literally all Batman is just a high fight IQ fighter. You know, he doesn't have the most strength. He doesn't have powers or anything like that. He's just all fight IQ. Superman is my favorite because he can become terrifying when he turns evil. That's true. You know, people forget, man. Superman Prime. Fucking Superboy Prime. He was a marauder. He fucking destroyed the whole DC universe. People forget, man. People forget. But yeah, holy shit, we got 21 people here. Make sure if you're new to this channel, you subscribe and click that like button. Help a brother out, please. Help a brother out. Trying to chase my dreams here. 21 people though. Thank you. I appreciate everyone in here, even if you hate me. I don't care. Any viewership is good viewership to me. You look a bit like Chris Hemsworth. Thank you. I'm going to screenshot that now. Thank you. I've been told I look like many celebrities in these in these lives. So they're all good celebrities though. So I'm liking them so far. I'm liking them. I appreciate that. Chris Hemsworth, he's a good looking dude. So I'll take it as a compliment. I think somebody said I look like the guy who plays Spider-Man. I can't remember his name off the top. He's dating Zendaya. I can't actually remember his name off the top of my head. Somebody said I look like him. I don't really see that one, but that's what somebody said. Tom Holland. Yeah, that's it. Somebody said I look like Tom Holland. I don't agree with that personally, but somebody said it. It's my birthday. Can you send me happy birthday? Of course. Happy birthday, Sammy. Hope you're having a good one. Not sure how old you're turning, but hopefully, you're having a good birthday. Hopefully your loved ones are spoiling you, and you have a good rest of your day. And make sure you subscribe if you ain't already, Sammy. Where you at, bruv? I'm at Ballarat. I'm 8 years old. Oh, well, happy 8. I hope you have a good 8th birthday. Where you at, bruv? I'm in Ballarat. I'm in Perth, West Australia. Ballarat. I like Ballarat. Harry Webb's from Ballarat. Harry Webb, he's a really good prospect. He's from Ballarat. So, he couldn't be on Dana White Contender Series this season, but he will be in the UFC before long. Can I tell you a joke? Sure, I love a good joke. Cold as fuck here. Yeah, I can imagine. It's really cold here as well. But, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. But yeah, why didn't Han Solo enjoy his steak dinner? I feel like I should know this joke, but yeah, what's the punchline? Big Rick in the house. Hello, Big Rick Shaw. Welcome, Ricky Shaw. My man. It was Chewy. Pre-create your plus. That was good. It was good. It got a smirk out of me. All right, it was good. I like jokes like that. Like dad jokes like that are fucking. They're good. They're good. But yeah, how is everybody? I see some new faces in here. So for all the new faces, I hope you're enjoying my stream. I go live very often. I do a lot of videos, normally talking about combat sports. When is beach day going to be? Beach day will be when it stops being so fucking cold, I reckon. It's been so cold here at the moment. I don't want to go to the beach when it's freezing. I want to go when there's some beautiful women around, so then I can go to the beach, I can do a live stream, and then I can act all, like, oh, I'm famous and everything, and then I can pull some of the beautiful women at the beach, You've gotta think smart. What's up, bro? Hello, Jamal El Rayo. How you going? You excited for Ilia Topuria versus Charles? I know you're a big Ilia fan. You're from Spain. Bet you're happy with the title of this video that Ilia Topuria will KO Charles Oliveria in the second round at UFC 317. I foresee it. I just see it. I think it's going to happen. I'm really good at drawing anatomy. What anatomy are you really good at drawing? Baby, when I hit 1 million subscribers, you can do my nude portrait for me. Oh, just back muscles. Oh, okay, well, you can do my back muscles too. My picks: Ilia by KO round 2, Pantoja by UD, Royval by TKO, Moicano by UD. Okay, cool picks. I got Ilia round 2 KO. I've got Kai France by decision. I think he'll be able to keep it standing. I think Pantoja will have success, but I think Kai France will win a 48-47. I got Royval to win, and I got Dariush to win. Hello, Trash Bug. Hello. How you going? I don't know why you're calling me Trash Bug. But hello, Arnes. True. I'm gonna try. I don't want to butcher your name, Arnes. So I'm just gonna call you Arnes. I don't want to try and say your last name. I think Kai France wins. Jinx, me and Rick Shaw, we're on the same wavelength here. Don't forget to like the video while you guys are on here. I see 2 likes, but I see multiple people engaging. Come on, don't forget to like. Help a brother out. What are you doing? I'm a promoter. Promoter first. You always got to promote. What kind of fight is the hardest to predict, to be honest? Yeah, it is, because we don't know how Dariush is going to be. Because Dariush should have a performance like he had against Gamrot, where he stuffs every takedown. He can drop Moicano, and I could see him winning that way. But at the same time, Dariush is coming off back-to-back KO losses, so it's hard to know what he's going to look like. I feel like people are really overrating Moicano a little bit. Like everyone's saying he's going to immediately demolish him, but he's not really a KO guy, and they both got similar types of chins. So it is actually a very interesting fight when you break it down that way. I think Dariush, if he's any bit similar to how he was against Gamrot, I think he should win this. But I could definitely see Moicano just fucking chinning him after I've said all this. Just two extremely straight guys being dudes. Yes. Rick Shaw, Benny P. Dudes being dudes. But yeah, Dariush versus Moicano. I feel like people aren't giving Dariush the respect he deserves. I know he looks really fucking older. I don't get me wrong. He looks ancient, but he's actually, I think he might be younger than Moicano actually, or at least they're a couple days apart in age. Like they're very very similar age. It's like, but it's just Dariush for fucking Oliveria and Arman Sarukian back to back, who were both, super athletic. Moicano 15 days younger allegedly. Okay, yeah, so very similar age. They're very similar in age. So it's not like I know Dariush looks very old, but I think it's just Dariush has to be the most stressed man in the world. I don't know how he looks so old for his age. Like, I don't know. He's looked fucking like 50 for like 5 years. He's only like 35. I don't know what I don't know what he has to deal with. He called Darius an old man during the press conference. I didn't actually watch the press conference. Maybe I should have, but I just seen everyone saying it was bad. I got Ilia knocking out Charles on 1,000 free-leg multi. Holy shit. What's the rest of your multi? Can't wait to get paid. Yeah, the thing is though, imagine this, Kevin, though. Imagine Ilia drops Charles and then he like fucking arm triangles him or something. Like imagine that. He just knocks him down and he goes and subs him. How pissed would you be? Wakanda was the only bright spot in my opinion. Yeah, I knew if anyone was gonna make it interesting, it would be him. You think Drickus is gonna Donkey Kong TKO Chimaev like how Blades did Almeida? I do. I do actually. I think that the first round is gonna be fucking tough for Drickus, but I think Hamzat's gonna gas out after, shooting so many takedowns. I think Drickus is gonna give him a lot of trouble and he's gonna finish him. Who you got in a fight? MMA Shay versus MMA Guru. I saw Shay saying he would take down Guru easily. Uh I know Shay's like apparently like he's got a lot of training, but Guru's not like Guru's a lot bigger and he is like a black belt in Taekwondo. I know it doesn't mean much because I did Taekwondo and some of the people they gave belts in that class were fucking dog shit. But like I think that I don't know, you give Guru like a year to train sprawls or something like that. I don't know. I think he'd probably beat Shay just on size. But Shay is very he looks like a very like athletic type of dude. Word on the street is that Australia is a massive gambling problem. People forget, man. We're the only country. Apparently, we're like one of the only countries that doesn't tax gambling bets. Surprisingly, I don't want to think about that. Maybe you should do an extra parlay, Kevin, with like maybe like an Ilia by submission or something like that, just in case. I can see Ilia dropping him and doing it. Ilia said he wants to fight Justin. I hope Charles sleeps him out cold. So that's the way they're going then, I guess. I actually really want to see Ilia versus Justin. I can't lie. I think Ilia would destroy him, but it'd be a fun fight. But yeah, that is Justin doesn't deserve a title shot at all. But if we have to choose between Justin retiring and like him getting smoked by Ilia, I guess I'll take him versus Ilia. But it doesn't make any sense, and it's a bit of a joke of a title shot. But man, Armin Sarukian, what a fucking poor guy. If that happens though, if they do Justin versus Ilia, then they have to do Paddy versus Armin Sarukian, which is stupid. You got Blessed MMA or Dustin? Oh, I don't know who I'm picking yet, to be honest, because Dustin doesn't look that washed. And Max is coming off a KO loss now, so we don't know how he's going to act. Like, I'm very 50-50 on that. I could see Dustin winning just because I feel like he came off a bit better against Islam than Max came off against Topuria. We don't know how Max is going to be, his confidence is going to be, Max might be one of those guys once he gets chinned, he's just immediately getting chinned and dropped every fight. But hopefully that's not the case. But I'll lean Dustin. I'll lean Dustin, to be honest. Does the crazy against Charles? Yeah, I don't understand how they're that big. I think Ilia is going to win, but people are giving him no respect. Who's the backup fighter for Armin? Yeah, I don't know. They generally would need to give him a backup fighter. He might try and press Nina drama backstage again. Dustin is one of my all-time favorite fighters. I mean, yeah, if you don't like Dustin Poirier, like, I mean, you don't have to like him as a person. I don't think he's a bad person or anything, but he can be a bit of a dick. When he wins, he can be a bit of a sore winner sometimes. But Dustin, I think Dustin's a good guy and everything. But if you're a fight fan and you don't enjoy Dustin Poirier's fights, then yeah, there's probably something wrong with you. Like MMA is not the sport for you. According to Gamrot, Dustin's working harder in this camp than any other. Yeah, but everyone says that when like on their retirement fight, and then like they just quit like immediately in the fight. But Dustin's like one of those rare cases where I believe it, because I don't think Dustin's actually going to retire. He might retire in the cage, but he will be back. Dustin retires. Dustin's not someone who can just leave this sport, I reckon. Yeah. Anthony Smith is 100% that guy. Moicano's the backup for the title fight. Did you watch the UFC BJJ matches? No, I didn't actually watch them. I seen they were on the Instagram live, but I didn't really watch them. What'd you say? Dustin is mid. Ilia is the GOAT. Dustin has no undisputed belt. Yeah, I mean, I'm not claiming Dustin Poirier is like greater than Ilia Topuria. Uh, I think that Ilia is obviously greater, but they've got similar wins. They both beat Max Holloway. But Ilia's a champion, yeah. Ilia's like he's got the potential to be one of the greatest fighters of all time. He needs to not retire at 30. That's the only thing. He might retire too early because he says he wants to stop fighting when he's 30. If he keeps fighting and he keeps winning, he could definitely like he's almost already overtaken Habib as a prospect. Not as a prospect, as the greatest of all time. He just needs to keep winning. If he gets a second belt, he's probably above Habib at this point. K1. Oh wait, I might be a hot take, but I think Gene Silva destroys Diego Lopez. I think Gene Silva's going to beat Diego Lopez too. I don't really see what Diego Lopez really offers Gene Silva, unless Gene Silva's got like a sus chin or no submission defense. I think Gene Silva is probably going to get that one done. Diego Lopez has really bad defense. Dustin versus Ilia would be so much fun. Yeah, I would love to see it. The boxing exchanges would be beautiful. If Ilia wins, Dustin is going to retire on the night because this guy can slide in for a world title fight. If he gets over, then he might retire afterwards. I'm praying that Dustin knocks out Max and challenges Ilia. I'd love to see it. Like that would be a hell of a way to go out because Dustin versus Ilia is like out of all of the champions, I'd say Ilia is probably the best matchup. I think Ilia would still beat him, but out of all of them, he could still grapple Dustin, but Dustin's takedown defense looked good against Islam. They're both boxers. Like that'd be like probably the best matchup you could get for Dustin if he wanted to fight a champion, but I'd still pick Ilia to beat him. Which one is it? If Ilia beat Arman Charles Islam, I think it would put him like top 4 GOAT list. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, that 100%. That's a GOAT resume. You look at Ilia's wins. Outside of like Volk and Holloway, he doesn't really have the greatest wins at featherweight. I don't think any of them are going to age very well. Like Bryce Mitchell hasn't aged well, Josh Emmett hasn't aged well, but Yusuf Salal's aged decently well. I don't think Salal's going to go on to be champion or anything crazy like that, but that's a decent win. But Max and Volk are just insane wins, and Charles is a big win. Arman would be a big win. Islam comes back down, that's a big win. Paddy, I don't think Paddy's like a massive win if he beats Paddy, but they'll build it as such. Then I guess he would have to go up, but like that's already putting you up there in the top 3, I'd say even. What do you think? Can Ilia fight in welterweight? Like his height is small for that weight, but like he wants to go there, become free weight class champ. I think he could fight there, but I think JDM is just probably too big and powerful. If he was to beat someone, it would be like a Bilal. If he could keep it standing, he'd probably tune up Bilal. He wouldn't have to worry about power. But I think against guys who are just power punchers or whatever, or boxers or strikers, I think the size would be a bit too much, and especially with wrestlers. But if he can maintain like good takedown defense at the welterweight weight class, I think he would beat up Sean Brady. I think he would be able to beat up Bilal Muhammad. But again, some of them strikers, like imagine Ian Gary versus Ilia. The size would just be insane. Obviously I think Ilia could catch him, but I don't know. It would be tough just because of the range and everything. Can't wait to see Topuria fight, man. Sorry, I'll fuck that up. Ilia is a small guy with a big heart. Do you think Paddy is next in line if Ilia wins? I think he probably needs one more win, but he could just sit out and he'll get a title shot. Habib doesn't have enough title defenses. Habib doesn't have enough title defenses. Islam's still better in that sense, but when JDM KOs Islam and Islam wants to come back to life, well, Ilia would do the same. Arman really did shoot himself in the foot. He did. If Islam beats JDM, we're rooting for Ilia, right? Oh yeah, 100%. I don't have a problem with Islam, but I really like Ilia's fight style. Like I'm not a guy who's like a traditional, I hate every Dagestani fighter. I think Islam's a very fun fighter. I think Islam's one of the greatest. I think he is the greatest lightweight of all time. He's got a few Mickey Mouse type title defenses against Moicano, Volkan short notice, but I think Islam's like, he's up there as one of the greatest of all time, and he's entertaining and everything like that. But I would like Ilia to win because I really like his fight style. And he's, I don't know. Ili's just got a fucking cool aura about him. That's what it comes down. He chinned Volk, and I still like the guy. That's fucking like says enough, right? Islam will not beat JDM. Yeah, I think JDM's gonna knock him out. Anyone that believes that are glazing him. 2027, Islam would run to heavyweight from Ilia. Imagine Ilia versus Islam in super heavyweight. What do you think, Ilia versus Islam? I think Islam can win because Islam has great ground game, and he still has decent to good striking, but Ilia's better than Islam striking. I would pick Ilia. I keep going back and forth. I just worry about the size. I think how Ilia does against Charles will determine how I probably pick the fight. If he just shows amazing takedown defense and shows that size isn't a problem against Charles, then I would pick him to destroy Islam, especially Islam bulking up and then moving back down. I think that I think that would be a fucking tough ask. I think that the weight cut is going to be really bad for Islam, and I think he'll probably come down really chinny. So I'd probably pick Ilia if it's at lightweight. Welterweight, that could be a bit tougher because Islam will be bigger, but even then, Ilia's striking is so good. Neither he got a great chance. It's close, but I favor him. Johnny Walker about to get knocked out like a cartoon character in Shanghai. Yeah, that fight is crazy. I still don't know if I rate Ming Yang Zhang, but I also think I think he's like a worrying fighter because he has been knocked out so many times in the regional scene. But he also could just chin everybody without getting knocked out. So I don't know. I sort of want Ming Yang Zhang to become champion. It'd be big for China to get a male champion. I'm not a CCP supporter by any means, but I think it'd be cool for China to get a champion. It's a big market, 1.3 billion people. It'd be really huge for the sport if we could get a male champion there. Like Weili Zhang is fucking massive there, so it'd be cool if Ming Yang Zhang could win. In my opinion, Islam Habib overall as a skill wise, I would say Islam 100%. Habib is a much better grappler, I reckon, better wrestler. Maybe his grappling, like submissions and stuff, aren't as good, but our overall wrestling is much better than Islam's. But striking, Islam's much better striking. Islam is not good. Ilia will show there are levels. I mean, Islam's good, but Ilia might just be better. Neither am I on the biggest Ilia fan, but that's some bullshit to say Islam is not that good. What you think is Islam wants to double challenge, that's why he's going to world. Yeah, I don't think he's ducking Ilia. I think it's a tough fight for him and everything, but I don't think he's scared of Ilia. I think he just wants a second belt. Even Ilia said that he doesn't think that Islam's ducking him. He just wants a legacy. But I do, if he does like lose and he doesn't go back down, or I don't know, he just retires, then yeah, you can say he's ducking. Mingyang is my N word. Are you a CP supporter? No, I am not a CP supporter. I'm not Vash. What's that fucking? What's that like? What's that fucking guy? The communist fucking streamer who like was trying to like say that CP should be legal. I'm not that fucking creepy cunt. Mobzar. Whaley rules. Yeah. Jamal is Muslim name opinion reject. I don't think. No, not Destiny. His name's like Vosh, something like that. It's VA. I don't know. But I think Destiny supported that shit too, didn't he? I don't want to say he definitely did, but I seen like some weird like communist type streamers say that. I don't think it was Hassan Piker, but it was like a guy related to him in some way. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know why people would support that type of shit. Jamal is Muslim name. I don't think Jamal is like 100% a Muslim name. I think there's a lot of just like African American dudes called Jamal. Maybe it's spelled differently though. I am from USA. I am from the USA. James the Goat Line Top just got a knockout today. That's awesome to hear. People forget, man. He was giving Mauricio Ruffy a tough time. I'm done speaking facts when Islam gets KO'd by JDM crying in the corner, Jamal. I mean, I want JDM to get that brutal KO over Islam. No disrespect to him. I am Muslim. Okay, well Jamal is Muslim. Okay, he is Muslim, but typically I don't think Jamal is like a exclusively Muslim name. There's a lot of non-Muslim Jamals. Man, GSP is GOAT or greatest fighter in the welterweight weight class. Yeah, GSP still remains the GOAT. Who loves Jesus? Bye. Neva Usman. All right, catch a Neva Usman. Have a good one. Do you think that Peyton Talbot will win? No, I think Peyton Talbot's going to lose. I'm pretty confident he's going to lose, actually. I think that it's a very tough fight for him. Neither. I never said I am not. What's your problem with Muslims, dude? You're talking to Usman. I was like, I thought you were talking to me for a minute. I was gonna say I have no problems with Muslims. But yeah, I think Peyton Talbot's gonna lose. I think he's probably gonna get, probably decision. He is very tough. Like he shouldn't look tough. People would assume he wouldn't be like a guy, but he's not a quitter. In his fights, he always gives his all. Ming Yang Zhang losing to Askar Mozharov is crazy, but I think he's still good since such a long time ago. Yeah, he's very young, and a lot of those losses were like welterweight. Like he lost to John Varkey. I think it was John Varkey. He lost to John Varkey, who's like a guy who lost to Izzy, like, and he's a welterweight. Like, John Varkey like lost to Alfred Stoddart, who's like 3-5 like now as a pro. So like he's got some weird losses. Things to some weird guys who aren't maybe the best, but I think that Ming Yang Zhang. I think he could still be champ. Like I think Ming Yang Zhang could knock out Carlos Ulberg if he keeps pressuring forward. I think he could eventually catch Ulberg. I kind of want to see John versus Tom, but he ran away. But still want to see Tom versus Ngannou. I would love to see Tom versus Ngannou. It'd be very scary for Tom because he leaves his chin out. Oh, but I'd love to see him win. Neither. I just think Ilia is better than Islam, but Islam is good too. He's not mid. The only loser here is you being a hateful man in this chat. I never said he's mid. Nice making that up. Nice swearing when it's haram, bro. Do you lift weights? I do lift weights. I used to lift dumbbells, but I like cracked my fucking tiles, so I just took them outside. And I just never lifted them again after I moved them. Thoughts on Kenny saying Izzy would beat Sean in a rematch? I think Izzy doesn't deserve a high-ranked fight. I don't think Izzy deserves this Sean Strickland in a rematch. I don't want to see that fight. I will fucking fight to my end of my days to make that fight not happen. I don't care what I got to do. I don't want to see Izzy versus Sean Strickland when Izzy's on a free-fight losing streak and he's fucking 1-4 in his last 5, I think. Yeah. 1-4 in his last 5. I don't want to see that fight. I want to see Izzy versus Anthony Hernandez. I want to see Izzy versus Kaya Borrello or, Izzy versus RDR. I don't know. I want to see him versus somebody he hasn't fought before. We shouldn't be building him up against guys who have already beat him. We should be trying to get him like revenge tour. Like, bro, you haven't even won a fight. Get a win first before trying to get all these rematches. Like, he shouldn't be getting a fight up the rankings. You lost your last 3 fights. I don't care that you're a long reigning champion, for fuck's sake. Neither. You said he's mid. You said he's not good. That's even worse. Hey, I'll guide you, Jamal Hameen. As well. Thank loser. Do you see Nabil and he is 6'4" and he fights like a bantamweight or lightweight? Oh, yeah, is that the guy in 1? He's a kickboxer, isn't he? I don't think if he'd be in MMA, that'd be interesting. 6'4" fights at bantamweight. Imagine Marab tossing around a 6'4" guy. Thoughts on Lewis versus Taliesin? I'm not sure. I really don't know because I could see Lewis just catching Taliesin Teixeira because he's so tall. He's got his chin right out there. But I'll probably go Taliesin, but I'm not super confident. I need to rewatch some of his fights, to be honest. Like, he did just destroy Justin Tuffer, but he's Justin Tuffer, but I'm not fully sold on either of them. Well, obviously, Derek Lewis is like, he's not a prospect, but I'm not sold on like Taliesin Teixeira 100% yet after the Justin Tuffer performance, I meant to say. I just think that, I don't know, it's worrying. Sean Woodson is 6'1". Yeah, I think Woodson's 6'2.5" or something weird like that. He's like just under 6'3". It's fucking gross. He's got a very disgusting build. He's one champion, I think. Yeah, he is. He's very good. He's very good. But I don't know. I like 1. They have some weird fighters. There's like a 4'11" guy in one of there. Derek Lewis and Kevin Holland, that old meme of 2 Spider-Man pointing at each other. Who is your favorite fighter in Australia and New Zealand? Outside, if we're talking just in the UFC, if in the UFC it's JDM or Cody Haddon or Quillan Salkild, one of those 3. Outside of the UFC, it's probably Harry Webb. I'd want to say Harry Webb. Big fan of Harry Webb. I think he's a really fun fighter, good fighter. Could also be like George Mangos. He's technically not in the UFC. Yeah, he's fighting on Dana White Contender Series. Probably one of those two. Or Brody Maoki. He's a bit younger. He's coming up. There's a lot of good fighters coming up though in Australia. So there's a lot of guys who'll be in the UFC pretty soon. When JDM KOs Islam and you want your talk about Islam being good, keep defending yourself. He stayed at 155. Ilia would submit him. Andreas Gustafsson is about to bully Renat. Yeah, I think it's a horrible matchup, and I think Renat has the worst management in the UFC because how is he getting Gustafsson after like all of the wins? And I know all of they're being very controversial decisions and whatnot, but it's very weird. Oh, and another favorite fighter from New Zealand. He's not in the UFC yet, but he's 5-0. Is Kasib Murdoch. I think he's gonna be very good. He fights very similar to Volk, but he's a bantamweight. He trains with Volk as well. Predict Dariush versus Moicano. I got Dariush by decision. I think Dariush is going to put on a bit of a takedown and sprawl and brawl type of masterclass here. Where you think if Usman had good knees, how good will he be? But still great fighter. I feel like the knee thing is a bit overstated. I feel like he's just doing that so people underestimate him a little bit. But I think he would, I think he'd be pretty good. He's obviously already great now, but maybe he would I don't know. Like it's weird. I can't imagine his knees are really that bad because he's got great cardio and everything like that. Maybe if he had good knees, he'd be too aggressive and get chinned more because I don't think he has like the greatest chin. So maybe he'd be a bit more of an aggressive fighter, and that'd actually be to his detriment. Don't worry, bro. I keep talking facts. Not seeing judgment manifest when I call me loser. Do you think Usman ever fights for the belt? I could see it. I could see them just giving him a title shot against the winner of JDM versus Islam. UFC are giving a lot of weird title fights out. I think Usman should have to fight Bilal though. 100%. They need to do Usman versus Bilal, and if he beats Bilal, then yeah, 100% he should be next. I just want to see Usman be active. It's cool to see him be active. It's cool to see a welterweight champion not immediately go on a downfall after they lose the belt. Rangdang is going on his title. Rangdang is crazy, crazy good. Rangdang is crazy good. He's so scarily. He's got a 79-inch reach at lightweight, which is crazy work. That is crazy to have that big of a reach as a lightweight. I don't know if he's going to be able to make lightweight for long, but that is crazy. Like 79 inches of reach, and his chin looked good in his Eternal fight last weekend. Like he got hit with some clean shots. He wasn't even wobbled, and he fought a really good prospect as well from Japan. I have a 79-inch wiener. Ooh, you must get really bad headaches. Ilia's mood swings to do trash talk and disrespect, and then Burgos come nice and humble. Yeah, I think Ilia just selling the fight. I don't think he's like a dickhead or anything. I think he just sells the fight. Islam versus Usman would be great. Yeah, it'd be a cool fight. Retracted, I got too excited. What about Shavkat? I think Shavkat will fight for the title, but my hot take is that Shavkat Rakhmonov will not be a UFC champion. I've been saying it for years. Like, I've never been on the Shavkat Rakhmonov train, and I think he's good. I've picked him in all of his fights except for the Jeff Neal fight. That's the only fight I ever picked against him. But I think that Shavkat would lose to JDM. I think he would lose to Islam probably. Maybe the size would be too much, but I don't know. I don't really rate Shavkat, I think he's got no head movement. His takedowns are mid. His striking's like all right, but I think JDM would piece him up. I just don't rate Shavkat too highly, Could he be champion? Yeah, he could, but I just don't think he will. That's my hot take. Hamza Chimaev should get title shot. What do you think? He's already booked for it, so he 100% should get it. Moicano would step in on short notice Saturday and knock Charles out cold, then fight JDM at welterweight and defend his belt versus Islam for the rematch and knocks him out too. Didn't JDM almost lose to Gilbert Burns, or am I misremembering? So on the scorecards, he was down, but the judges was stupid because he clearly should have won the first round. You could even argue the second. And then the third round, he knocked him out. I feel like it was... The judges just hate JDM. Even against Bilal, they gave Bilal like 2 rounds. JDM just... I don't know. I think it's because he has good striking defense. So when people are throwing shots at him, it looks like they land. But they're always hitting the guard of him. But yeah, for some reason, they just gave Gilbert Burns the round for lay and pray when he did no damage. But on like the damage-based scoring, though, I thought JDM was up in that fight. I was very confident. I was surprised when after the fight they showed the scorecards. But yeah, technically, on a technicality, yeah, JDM was close to losing to Gilbert, but it would have been a robbery in my opinion if they did. But people are always going to sound biased, but that's my opinion. I wish they would do live scoring. Yeah, sometimes I do too, just because the judges are fucking smoking crack most of the time. People forget, man, Brian Gilbert was a marauder. He was a marauder. Yeah, no, Prime Gilbert, man. People forget he knocked out Damian Maia. Nobody's done that since Nate Marquardt did it. You know, people forget, man. Nate Marquardt, he knocked out Gilbert. No, not Gilbert Burns. He knocked out Damian Maia and Tyron Woodley. People forget, man. But yeah, John Jones is on another Coke rant on Twitter right now. Thank you. Let's have a look at what Johnny Bones is saying right now. When is your birthday, Benny P? My birthday was April the 4th. I had a little party. What do you think? Who will win, GSP versus Islam? I'm going with GSP. I'd go GSP. I think he'll be too big. I don't think Islam's going to have success at welterweight. Who Verdict app should take over the UFC judging system. I wouldn't mind seeing that. That'd be pretty cool. At least have a fan. They should do like a fan scoring as well. Like the PFL does like AI scoring and then they do the actual scores. They should do something like that for the UFC just to see like. Okay, let's have a look. I would have brought you some disc golf. Benny P. Oh, it's all right. Next time, next birthday. I'll be alive for my next birthday, so it's all right. You can get me them there. But thank you, Adam MMA, and thanks for being in the chat. Mine is April 5th. Hey, Aries twins. Absolutely. I thought John Jones was talking shit to Charles Oliveira for a second. Charles Oliveira fan account said you were kind of a weirdo, and then John Bones said, absolutely I am. I would hate to be normal. Are you just now figuring this out? What else has he said? Lol, you guys put your own blue balls to rest. I'm pretty satisfied over here. Jesus Christ, he's replying to everyone. Even Habib and GSP say John is the goat, cry about Habib. I didn't expect that from Habib. It was humbling. Rashad Evans call me with that nice overhand. Had my feet doing funny things. If we can't beat him in the case, let's just try to beat him with other words. Yeah, sure, my legacy re-win. Jesus Christ, this guy is... John Jones is just replying to every single fucking tweet. Somebody said John Jones will be back. Johnny Jones said, wouldn't that be something? I'm just going to call him Jones. I'm 38 after a career of title fights only. Big boy workload. What? No bones. Forever going to be... Okay, yeah. John Jones is enjoying retirement. He's enjoying retirement, all right. My hot take is that John has a crush on Tom, and that's one of my reasons he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to like ruin his pretty face, right? Flyweight division doesn't get much watches. I also only know a few, and my favorite is Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse is the GOAT. Mighty Mouse, I hate the whole change narrative that now Dana White says that he was always a big supporter and all this of fucking Mighty Mouse. Like, no, you weren't, cunt. Shut up. Like, you literally traded him for Ben Askren. You can't say that you're the biggest Mighty Mouse supporter and then trade him for Ben Askren. Also, I hope Ben Askren's doing all right. Don't want to disrespect Ben Askren right now. It's not the time, but you know what I mean. Like, you literally traded him for fucking Ben Askren, which is smart. It was a good trade, but like, you know what I mean. But yeah, John Jones is probably, I don't know. I think John Jones is going to come back for sure. I just can't see his ego letting him stay away for long. You know what John Jones is like. He always has to be in the spotlight. And if Tom Aspinall goes in there and has like a really good run and everything like that, beats Garn, which it's going to be Garn next. Seems like it's very likely going to be Cyril Garn next. Then, there's not really much else. Then after that, there's Almeida. If Tom Aspinall beats Almeida and Garn and maybe Volkov in a rematch, there's literally nobody who gives him any trouble. He's just going to destroy, like, fucking Thomas Peterson and fucking Shamil Gaziev and whoever else they give him. He's literally just going to run for every single person. He's going to rack up, like, 10 title defenses if he beats Garn, if he beats Almeida and all them guys. The media at the press conference were glazing Ilia. Yeah, I've seen people saying that, like, all the media were doing was trying to, like, conversate with Ilia and Oliveira. It wasn't even like they were asking him questions. Again, I still need to watch it, so I'm just going off what other people's narratives, but that's what I was seeing people say. Are we rocking with the cleaner look, by the way? I shaved the fucking pube beard off. I feel like it looks a lot cleaner now. I think I asked this before, but nobody was in the chat at the time. Thought it was time to because I hate the fucking little like bits of hair I get on my fucking cheeks here. It looks like shit. So I always shave it off, but it always fucking grows back really quickly. I'm not trying to turn into Wolverine, respectfully. The look don't suit me, I don't think. But yeah, I reckon we'll see John Jones come back. But I don't know. John Jones will be like, I hope John Jones like boxes Jake Paul in like 5 years' time. Washed as fuck. His boxing's never been good. I hope Jake Paul knocks him out. That'd be a good fitting end for him. I don't care. John Jones is one of the guys I would like to see take one of them really like bad boxing matches when he's a bit older and then he gets chinned. I don't know. I just need to see John Jones lose in some humiliating fashion. You know, the guy is evil. I don't care. I'm never gonna support evil fighters. You know, if I know someone is generally like evil and they're fucking, you know, I'm not gonna support them. You know. I don't care about, like, he's the greatest of all time, man. You got to respect it. Yeah, you can respect his accolades, but the guy, I'm never going to root for the guy, you know. I'm not going to ever root for him to ever win a fight, you know. He can do the whole nice guy act all he wants, but everybody knows he's, like, fucking evil inside, you know. I don't know. It's bad. Like, why do you have to be, like, a heavyweight, though? Why couldn't John Jones be, like, a lighter guy? So then you could at least think that, oh, you know, so-and-so could knock him out. Charles, night, I think so. Knockout time, I do think it is coming. Although I could see body shot. I think body shot TKO could be something that happens, but I just said KO because it sounds better. Benny P, how many steps you walked today? I did 10K. I did my 10K walk. Yeah, always got to do the 10Ks. If I don't do 10Ks, I go crazy. What is next for Charles if he does actually lose? Is this his last shot at the belt? It could be his last shot, to be honest. Unless Paddy wins and then they want to like give Charles another like title shot. I could see that. Bro, you kind of look like commentator wearing suit and giving options. Yeah, I should be. I should be up there at the press conference, suited up, asking Ilia Topuria, you know, whatever. Ask Charles Oliveria some questions or something. I've always wanted to do that. I feel like maybe in the Perth, if they do a press conference for the Perth card, maybe I'll rock up and try and get a media pass. Because I have friends who got media passes, so maybe I could, if I get a website, I think I could get a media pass, I reckon. Kai France knocks Pantoja out cold. I don't think so. I think that Pantoja is going to lose, but I think that Kai France wins the decision. I don't think he's knocking out Pantoja. Jack Della will piece Islam up. Just watch and see. Van going to get knocked out by a knee from Royval. Could see that. Ben P, Nina drama, 100%, 100%. People forget, man, if I had tits, holy shit, my channel would be massive. You know, you add my personality and, like, the way I am on live streams, and you give me a big pair of fucking jugs, I would be the biggest MMA YouTuber, 100%. But unfortunately, God blessed me with a fucking fat dick instead. So I'm just going to have to do it the male way, and I'm going to have to build myself up very, very long. But I'm going to try and do it. Oh, we got Conor McGregor in the chat. People forget, man, he was a marauder. We got fucking Conor McGregor. The UFC sent Rona Brazil to Road to UFC. I've seen that. That is crazy. Couldn't even get her on the prelims. They had to send, oh, you got a special Road to UFC fight. They're literally putting UFC fucking fights on the fucking Road to UFC. They've done this before, though. People forget. I think they did. Darren Stewart, like, fought Cage Warriors when he was in the UFC, like, during the COVID lockdown. I'm pretty sure they did that. But, like, it's crazy. Like, literally, special main event. Yeah. Nobody's sticking around for your special main event, UFC. I mean, they are, because the chick who's in it is pretty cool. Is Tagir inbred? There is a very high likelihood Tagir Ulanbekov is inbred, yes. He certainly has the characteristics of someone who's inbred. I don't think every Dagestani fighter is inbred, don't get me wrong. But Tagir Ulanbekov is 100% inbred. There is no doubt in my mind that man's brother and sister are mother and father, you know, like, I just think there's a high likelihood for Tagir. Not every fighter, like, I don't think Islam is or anything like that, but Tagir 100%. I don't care. I'll say that if any fighter looks inbred, I will just be honest, and yes, I think Tagir is probably on that boat. But what about you, Conor McGregor? What do you reckon? got fucking Conor McGregor in the chat, yeah? Fucking hell, what you doing here, yeah? Fucking hell. But yeah, I think To answer your question, yes. Talbot needs to win or he's done. He's not done. He's a bantamweight. He can rebound after this. He can still improve. But if he gets mauled on the ground and like hasn't improved his takedown defense, and that's gonna be very bad for him long term. He needs to if his takedown defense hasn't improved in this fight, then he absolutely needs to fucking go and train with like Habib or some shit. Actually, Habib probably wouldn't accept him. Habib would think he was gay. Did you see that video with like that Spanish influencer who went and trained with Islam and Habib? And apparently Habib thought the guy was gay because it was like a video of him kissing a dude, which I mean that is pretty gay to be fair. But he was like it was just like a meme thing he did. But like apparently like Habib didn't want him near the gym anymore because he was like I don't want gays in my gym. Bap, 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 grab him by the scruff of the chest and slap that little nude of him, yeah? Ilia Topuria Patoro, yeah? Royval gonna knock Josh out. I think club and sub submission I could see. But he could definitely just chin him out cold. Benny, imagine Charles knocks Topuria out. It could happen, man. People forget, man. Jai Herbert knocked him down. He's a marauder. People forget, man. People forget. It could happen. It's not impossible. Charles got power, man. People forget. Justin Gaethje said Charles Oliveira was the hardest hitter he ever fought, and he's fought some pretty hard hitters. Anything's possible. Dana is a wife beater, and so is John. Two wife beaters love one another, yeah? 100%, 100%. At least we know, there is a lot of allegations against McGregor, but none of them are wife beaters, He's never laid a hand on D. Devlin. Herbert fucked him up, but Ilia Topuria recovered fast. He did. Tom Nolan next fight is who? I don't know, to be honest. Maybe El Sawadi. I could see him versus Abdul El Sawadi, something like that. Baldy confirmed the winner of Brandon Royval versus Van is getting a title shot. I like it. I mean, if Royval versus Pantoja Free is like, that'd be sort of hype, I guess, at this point. It's crazy it would be a trilogy, but if Van wins, Van versus Pantoja or Van versus Kai Kara France would be sick. Who does Leon fight next? Michael Morales. No, Van is only 23. Yeah, he's younger than me. Joshua Van is younger than me. I'm here fucking live streaming on YouTube to, you guys, and Joshua Van's fighting is a fight away from fighting for the UFC championship. Fucking complete different life trajectories. No Indian will ever win a UFC fight. I don't think so. Well, actually, Hyder Emil is Indian. He's part Indian. He's like barely Indian though. Hyder Emil's dad was Indian and Turkish and white, so barely any Indian in him, at all. And his mum was Filipino, but Hyder Emil's like the closest at the moment. But yeah, Anshul Jubilee, none of those guys. Like India needs to like really work on the regional scene or something because none of these, like I don't know. I think the only Indians who will have success in the UFC are guys who are like fighting in other countries. I feel like if you're 5-0 in India, it's like being like 0-5 in the UFC. You're like, it's like being 2-7. You're not really beating high level dudes. It's not really teaching you anything. It's pretty much just beating a bunch of 0-5 guys. So yeah, I think India, if they're gonna have success, it will be an Indian who fights in another country, like that guy who was on Road to UFC, the Indian American guy who beat a guy from the Central Asia. Those are the Indian fighters who are gonna go far will be guys who train in the US or wherever it is. But what ones are there? Leon is done. Brady smashed him. Charles Johnson was able to take Van out. Hyder's chin looks like it's drawn on. Australian regional MMA scene is best in the world. I would argue it's fucking doing good there. It's really good. Very high level. Benny P is a big deal. He's the top MMA reporter in Australia. I'm trying. I'm aiming. I'm striving. People forget, man. Benny P MMA. He was mentioned in Forbes magazine. People forget. When I broke JDM versus Leon Edwards, they put me in Forbes magazine, so that was pretty cool. They called me a Australian MMA in something. It was like an Australian MMA insider. That's what they called me. They called Benny P Australian MMA insider. I thought that was very cool. Forbes magazine. They know me. But forget, man. You've interviewed a lot of great fighters from Australia. I've interviewed every great fighter and prospect in Australia except for Volk and JDM and Tai Tuivasa, but Tai Tuivasa is not really great, he's on a losing streak, but you know what I mean. I was meant to interview Robert Whittaker last year, but You know, I never heard back from his management. I had a, they literally like they cock blocked me. They blue balled me. They agreed it. They agreed to it and everything. I had a fucking thumbnail made and everything, and then I just never heard from his management. And every other interviewer got a fucking interview with Rob except for me. I was so pissed. Every single interviewer got one except for me. You know how fucking annoying that is? Like, that is the craziest. That was so fucking annoying for me. But I'm going to try and get a Rob interview for the RDR fight. Even though I've openly said I'm picking RDR, I'd love to interview Rob, though. Bro, you look like Brendan Allen. I do not look like Brendan Allen. I have blue eyes. Brendan Allen has fucking brown eyes. And he's like a mullet. I don't think I really look like Brendan Allen at all. People forget, man, Alexander Romanov caused an earthquake, and that's why he was cut from the UFC. People forget, man. Yeah, Romanov, isn't he fighting in the PFL tomorrow? When George Mangos becomes a star, you will interview him. Yeah, I've interviewed Mangos like 4 or 5 times now. I'm going to keep interviewing him till he gets to the belt. Water or Pav? I'm going Sergey Pavlovich. He's a great fighter. I'd love to fight him. I reckon Pavlovich is going to win, though. I reckon Pavlovich is... I don't know. Waldo Cortez just annoys me because he's got so many close robbery decisions, like that fights where he arguably could have lost. I think that Pavlovich will be able to just at least wrestle him if he really needs to. I think he's so athletic as well. He's a big dude. He just can't fight scared this fight. He needs to go for it a little bit more, and I hope he beats Waldo. I'd be so sad if Waldo Cortez Acosta is getting his hand raised by fucking Sergey Pavlovich. Nagano, Aspinall would determine best MMA heavyweight. It would. But unfortunately, UFC hate Nagano, especially Dana White. There is a video of Wardo getting flatlined. Yeah, that was in boxing, wasn't it? I know he got knocked out in boxing. Nagano smash Henan. Yeah, but Henan Fahey's shit. I don't want to he'd kick my ass, obviously. But Henan Fahey got knocked out by the guy who... What's that guy's name? He's lost to some really bad guys before. He lost to the guy who got knocked out by Ike Venezuela. I forgot what the guy's name was. But he got knocked out. This guy almost got knocked out by Paul Craig. I forgot what the guy's name was. He was one of the worst light heavyweights in UFC history, and Henan Fahey almost lost to that guy, I think. I think he did lose to him, unless I'm misremembering the wrong guy. But I'm pretty sure he did. He lost to that guy. So Henan Fahey's got some weird losses. Kuniev beat Blades. I thought Blades just stole it. Oh, no, I thought Kuniev won, but I don't think it was a robbery. Fighting out of Broome, Australia, Quillen Sal killed. Armin got knocked out on regional. He did, but he avenged his loss. He beat the guy who beat him, so he got that one back. Vinicius Moreira, that's it. That fucking guy. That guy, fucking Jesus, what a guy that is. Yeah, that guy, he beat Henan Fahey. Vinicius Moreira, one of the worst fighters who were ever in the UFC. It's weird, like, he literally beat Henan Fahey. Like, I don't know. It's weird, right? Like, Vinicius Moreira, he's on, like, a run at the moment. I think he got destroyed by the Canadian guy, Tanner Bosa recently. But, like, he was on a streak for a bit. Vinicius is a dog. I think you're thinking of Vinicius Oliveira, because Vinicius Moreira is definitely not a dog. Vinicius Moreira is like a fucking dog on his last leg. Bosa is GOAT. Bosa. People forget, man. Tanner Bosa. I like Tanner Bosa, He got a bit of hate, but I thought Tanner Bosa was cool. I thought he beat Arlovsky. I think Arlovsky got the win over him, didn't he? Can't remember. That was a close fight, Arlovsky got a lot of weird decisions towards, and then he got robbed in his last fight. But, yeah, people forget, man. Andre Arlovsky fought the who's who. For literally everybody. Henan Fahey was scrapping with Jared Vandera. I didn't even remember they fought. Jared Vandera. People forget, man. Jared Vandera. He's a marauder. I mean, Jared Vandera arguably beat Waldo Cortez Acosta with leg kicks. Just leg kicks. That's all he needed was leg kicks. And he almost fucking beat him. Crazy. Just how arse is fucking MMA, heavyweight MMA, really. Is everybody excited for the new season of Squid Games that's coming out in a couple of hours? I'm very keen for it. Volkov is second best heavyweight in UFC. I mean, you could actually argue that, to be honest. Tom Aspinall number one, Volkov number two. You could argue that. Almeida maybe number three, Garn number four. Yeah, I thought Volkov beat Garn 100%. That was a horrible decision. I can't believe they actually robbed my man Volkov. Volkov 100% won that fight. I don't watch TV shows made by the enemy. Hey, come on. South Korea is not an enemy. South Koreans are cool. You know? People forget, man. South Korea. They have a fucking demographic. People forget, man. South Korea. They have a fucking demographic fucking problem at the moment. Their birth rate's 100% down. People forget, man. South Korea might not exist in 200 years. They have a fucking total fertility rate of 0.8. They're literally twice below the replacement level of 2.1. People forget, man. South Korea, they're fucked. I wish USA birth rate would decline. I mean, the birth rate has declined. The USA's total fertility rate's like 1.5. Even the Hispanic total fertility rate's gone down. So like nobody's having enough kids now. No group is like significantly up unless you count like subgroups within religious groups or conservatives. Renan Ferreira did beat the guy that beat Tom. So funny how that worked. Yeah, he did. He beat Stuart Austin. I actually talked to Stuart Austin when I was in a live, like one of those Twitter live things, because he was talking about how good Mario Pinto was, because he trains with Mario Pinto. It was like, oh, he's one of the best guys I've ever trained with. So I put him right on the spot, and I said, you said he's like one of the best guys you've ever like trained with. Would you say he's better than Tom Aspinall? And he was like very like, he didn't want to say it. He was like, he's up there, but he didn't want to like, he was a truthful guy. He didn't want to say that, like, yeah, Mario Pinto, he's 100% better than Tom Aspinall. There are too many of us here. I mean, it's not really the birth rate why there's so many people in America. It's because of immigration. Like, I think you take in 2-3 million people a year or something like that. So it's not because you're having so many kids. I think there's so many people because so many immigrants are coming because you're not having enough kids. So it's the birth rate. If the birth rate gets lower, they'll just bring in more people, I'd imagine. But yeah, heavyweight MMA is weird. You just get so many bizarre wins and losses that happen. Like, technically, it's like technically Derek Lewis beat the guy who beat Tom Aspinall too. Off to work in 20 minutes. Off. Just saying you're off of work in 20 minutes. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Working man. Are you just teaching English at the moment, Mr. C? But yeah, I don't know. Heavyweight. JD Vance said that since January 26th, the USA has deported more illegal immigrants than has taken in. But I don't know how he could have that exact number. Yeah, that's 100% not true. Obama deported more illegals than Trump did. Obviously, he had even like, I think Obama's second term, they were calling him like the deporter in chief because he deported so many people. Mario Pinto is one of the weirdest fights you'll see against a 6'9" heavyweight that was looking more goofy than DDP. Damn, what was the guy's name? I'll have to watch that one. I actually haven't watched much tape on a lot of these heavyweights, to be honest. I literally just watched their last fight and I normally go off it. Like, I picked Alvin Hines to win this weekend. I haven't watched any tape. I just know he can wrestle. And that was all I needed to pick him against, what's his name? Danita. What's his name? Literally, that's all I needed. Just because I know he got fucking mauled by Marcin Tybura. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pick Alvin Hines. He shot a takedown. That should win him the fight. The GOAT. Hello, Gibbo. How you going? It's good to see you in the chat. I think I seen you in Southern Cross Combat's chat a couple days ago. So it's good to see you again. Benjamin Sika. Okay, let me look this fight up now. I'll watch it now while I'm on stream, shall I? Is it on Fight Pass K1 or should I look it up on YouTube? I'll just look it up on YouTube for now. Mario... Yeah, bro, Mad 95. Yeah, that was a good card. I'm more excited for this weekend's card. Not because I think any of the pros are really going to go far off the top of my head, But I think that some of the amateurs are going to be really good guys in a couple of years. I think Aiden Todorov is going to be really, really good at one in some point in time. Mario Pinto versus Benjamin Sika. Okay, let's have a watch. Do you know who's gonna headline UFC Perth? I have no idea. I think Carlos Olberg might do it. Might be the main event. Do you do nicotine? No, I don't. I don't do any substances. I don't like cigarettes. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. I've smoked weed when I was younger, but I only did that about like 6, 7 times. I used to drink, but I don't drink anymore either. I'm fully straight edge. I don't even take. I don't even take like Panadol if I have a headache. I just don't like to take anything. I prefer herbal remedies if I'm going to do anything like herbal teas and stuff like that. I don't like putting any coffee. No, I don't drink coffee either. I drink lemon ginger tea. That's about it. I don't even drink I don't drink soft drink or anything like that either. I've cut all of that stuff out of my diet. Because yeah, I don't want any I don't like to put stuff in my body that I don't really know what it is, you know. What the fuck? This guy is fucking bizarre. I'm watching the fight, by the way, now, K1. This guy reminds me of that Neanderthal, that German Neanderthal guy. Neanderthal BJJ. You guys have probably seen so many clips of him. He looks like a big heavyweight Paddy Pimlet. This is how this guy's fighting. He's going for like leg locks and everything. I need approximately 4 coffees and 4 nicotine pouches per day to not want to off myself. Jesus Christ. See, I'm glad I never got to that point. You know, I never wanted to smoke ciggies and rely on any substances or stuff like that. I did take antidepressants a couple years ago, but they fucked me up really badly, so I got off them. I didn't even need them. It wasn't even for like depression. It was just like anxiety stuff, and it just made me more anxious. So after like 6 months, I got off them because I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not relying on some fucking tablets." Once I take antidepressants, yeah, I was on the lowest dose, but they like fucked me up badly, you know. Really badly. Like I don't know, they really ruined my mental state for a little bit. That's actually why I started the YouTube because I couldn't like do anything. I was like homebound for a bit because of anxiety. So I just started making these videos because I was like, oh, well, might as well. You know, this is what I always wanted to do. So I started doing YouTube because I was like fucked off on antidepressants because it made my anxiety really bad. But this guy's really, really weird. You weren't wrong, K1, about this guy fighting like Drickers. He's got no striking so far. He's just like all wobbly all over the place. What the fuck? This guy is bizarre. But yeah, I'm not telling people they should get off antidepressants. If they're working for you, they work for you. But for me personally, they just didn't work for me. So yeah, it's not my cup of tea, you know. Ironically enough, tea actually worked a lot better for me than antidepressants. Chamomile tea actually was a very good remedy for like anxiety and stuff when I was younger. It helped me a lot. So it does relax you a lot better. You can't do it when you're anxious though, or it'll fuck you up. Do you ever watch Alex Jones? I used to when I was younger. I used to watch him, but sometimes he feels a bit more like he's been compromised a little bit. But you know, he was right about some stuff. But sometimes he just comes off a little too crazy. But yeah, like this guy actually hurt. Oh my god, this guy hurt Pinto. What the fuck? Damn, this guy can actually sprawl. There's water turning the freaking frogs gay. Because I'm sick of them putting chemicals, they're turning the freaking frogs gay. That's my Alex Jones. Who wins? You versus Kenny in a boxing match. I would beat Kenny. I'd smoke Kenny. Kenny's too lanky. He has tall man defense. I'd catch him with a big overhand right. Oh, this guy's leg locking Pinto right now. And Pinto. Wow, this guy gave him a good fight. Ben P. Alex, what's going on? How's my favorite 1-0 amateur featherweight going? Did you go to Australia University? I did not. No, I did not. What event are you watching? I'm just watching Mario Pinto versus Benjamin Sahik. K1 told me to watch it because the Sahik guy fights very similar to DDP, like very funky, weird style. So I'm just watching fight. If you want me to watch a fight and just break it down on live, that's probably something I can do more often. But I'm just watching this one. K1 said, no, not PFL. It's it's not live or anything. Like this is an old fight. I'm just rewatching an old fight. It's LFL 10, so it's in the Netherlands. Benjamin Sahik has an omoplata and a hammerlock on his record. Very weird fighter. Yeah, this guy's got very good jiu-jitsu. Did you attend college at all? I did not. I did not. I did used to ride my electric scooter through a university though, just for shits and gigs. But people at universities are fucking rude. I'll tell you that much. I'd go and talk to people at universities, like, oh, good morning or good afternoon. They'll just look at you and ignore you. Like I was like, oh, fuck you then. Like they're so rude. You know, I feel like uni culture just breeds absolute fucking dickheads. Because every single person I try to talk to is an absolute fucking prick. So yeah, uni fucking yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying everyone who goes to uni is a prick, obviously, but so many people at the universities they just come off like arrogant dickheads. Like, I don't know. They have like a weird superiority complex or something. Still in the hood of Goethe. Nice. I probably butchered that, but nice. Okay, this guy's butt swooping now. K1. This guy is just pure. Just this guy's more like Paul Craig with like DDP mixed in. What the fuck? This is a weird. It was like butt swooping, and then he like did like a little prayer thing to him. Mate, what you on about? What part you talking about? I'm currently watching LFL 10. You could also be talking about the title. So I don't know. You got to be more specific at the moment. I'm just watching. I'm rewatching a fight right now. If I want to start training kickboxing before the year ends, nice. That'd be good. It's always good to train martial arts, you know. It doesn't matter what one it is, as long as you're like doing something, you always see the benefits of it. Damn, Pinto cut this guy up quite a lot in this fight. Oh, lands a good combo. Oh, he's getting off a bit more. Oh, he like needs a hick in the face just then. Oh, he's taking his time to get up. He's gonna quit. No, he jumps right back. Oh, this guy's like tired of feeling so unsafe in my skin, walking around. Yeah, it's good to just even if you don't, you're not gonna have to use it all the time, but it is always good to just know how to defend yourself. It is a good feeling, you know. But if you like, it's always good to know you have a fighting chance, just in case, you know. Obviously, you can always have that even if you don't train, if you're in shape or whatever. But it's always good. Rick Shaw, I recommend start Thai. It's better. Enjoy the fights this weekend, bro. Thank you. You too. I hope you enjoy. If you catch an Eternal, I'll probably see you in Southern Cross Combat stream. You going live at all? I might go live for Eternal, maybe the main card, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I don't know if... Don't think it's the type of card. I might go live for the next Hex card, but I don't know if I'll go live for this card. But I guess I'll see. There's some really good fights on it though, so I'll probably just do live tweet the event or something like that, just so people know what's going on. Thanks Jamal. That might be better. Muay Thai is definitely probably better because it's got clinching and stuff in there too, which means it helps you with strength and everything like that. You know, it's good to be able to work the knees and in the clinch and stuff like that. You know, just pure fucking kickboxing can get very tiring. Easy as catch you. Oh, the weigh-in started. Oh, what already? Why are they on now? All the way. No way the weigh-ins are on now. You bastard. I think you trolled me. Because they haven't even fucking weighed in yet. So, like... See you later. Hope you enjoy your day/night. Thank you. You too. Hope you have a good one. Yeah, bro definitely trolled. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, going back to it, Muay Thai definitely very good. If you're going to defend yourself, it's got a bit of everything. Clinching is like very key in a fight because you will need to rest a little bit, you know, even in self-defense. It's good to just be able to like hold somebody, just elbow them in the head, knee them to the body, whatever you got to do, you know. Well, kickboxing's good and everything, but you can't just have a pure kickboxing fight, unfortunately. When researching Dana White contender for AJ, you will find some very fun fights sometimes. Yeah, as I'm seeing, I forgot who. Like I remember watching a bunch of Andreas Gustafsson fights, and there was just some real weird ones in there. Like this was after Dana White contender series, but he had some really interesting fights. Like he's I don't know. He would get wrestled, then immediately still go back to the clinch and just destroy people in the clinch. I love that style though. Just clinch fucking people is like underrated. Obviously, don't want to sneak out fights, but would like to be able to give myself a chance at potential bad situation. 100%, 100%. That's good. That's the mindset you need. You shouldn't be looking to just you don't get into a martial arts to go. All right, I'm gonna go kick some random civilians' ass. But it is good that you know how to defend yourself. And I don't mean it in the fucking Bert Kreischer type way where he's like, oh, there's a difference between a comedian brain and a pedestrian brain. Like, I mean in like a, you don't go and fight just random civilians, like random people in the street for no reason. Uh, Obviously don't want to sneak out a fight. Yeah, I just talked about. Yeah, I think that's smart. It's good. Everyone should be able to defend themselves. I feel like all men, especially in like in 2025, should have at least done a bit of martial arts training, at least stay in shape. Bert Crystals. Charles spams takedowns and sub Topuria. I could see it. I don't really know how Topuria's takedown defense is going to be at lightweight. There's a lot of question marks there. Gustafsson, Tony, Lampanian fight is insane. I'll give that one a watch after this one. Did this one go more than 3 rounds? Let's like skip ahead a little bit. It's a 5-rounder. I think he. Oh yeah, he ground and pounds him in the 3rd round. Okay, I'm gonna watch Gustafsson versus Tony. I think I might have watched this one, K1, but I'm gonna check because I think I have watched it. I think was this the one that won Fight of the Year or something like that? Because I think I've watched this. But it doesn't hurt to watch it again. I love Andreas Gustafsson. Do you ever watch old Pride fights? I do. I watched a card where Dan Henderson fought like some Olympian or something like that. I think it might have been a judoka or something. It was really weird. It was a very close fight. I watched that one. I've watched a few. I would just go back and watch Pride events. Like I would watch Ryzen, but most Ryzen cards are fucking banned for some reason. You have to like find a shady stream to watch Ryzen. So sometimes I'll just watch Pride because it's much easier to access. But yeah, I like the old Pride cards. Is the one that got Fight of the Year? Yeah, I thought so. I've watched this one, but it was a sick fight. It was got very bloody by the end of it. I hope. Yeah. I just skipped ahead a little bit. Yeah, this is the one I thought. You versus Halwani in boxing. Who wins? Me. No disrespect to Halwani, but I would smoke him. I'd be way too athletic and too powerful. I can't see him having fast twitch muscle fibers. I think I just think I'd be much more athletic than Halwani. Like Halwani, he follows me on Twitter and everything. But in a boxing, I think I'd beat him in boxing. No disrespect, no shade. But I think I would. I think I'd give him the head. Halwani would poke your eyes out with his nose respectfully. I mean, yeah, that's a possibility. But I could also just jab at him. From afar. Rampage rules. Yeah, Rampage slamming. Ricardo Arona, was it? Yeah, that fucking iconic slam. Man, this fight is awesome. I love watching Gustafsson fight. I hope he beats Renat. He would peck you like a mother bird to a baby. People forget, man. Izzy Adesanya. He poked his fucking beak and he pecked his fucking dog in the mouth and fed it like a baby bird. Ben P versus Ben Davis. I would beat Ben Davis. I also like Ben Davis. Ben Davis follows me as well, but I think I would beat Ben Davis. But, no disrespect or anything. I just think I'd probably be a bit too big for Ben Davis. He's like, I don't know, he's like 68 kgs. That's like where he should be fighting. Maybe even lighter. And he's like 5'7", something like that. He's not a big guy. I'm 6 foot. I'm like 80 kgs, something like that. And I'm like athletic. So, I think I'd been. We need Bonnie Blue in the UFC ASAP. We need to make UFC women's flyweight division great again. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Bonnie Blue, she's a finisher. She's actually not, though, when you think about it, because she's like fucking 1,000 guys at once, but they're only fucking her for like a minute. She's barely finishing any of these people. So Bonnie Blue is actually, she's actually a decision merchant when you think about it. Bonnie Blue is a decision merchant when it comes to the porn game. Andreas Gustafsson is very fun. Probably will get caught one day, though. He does have an insane chin. Yeah, he's got a very good chin, very good cardio. I think he's a guy who you need to catch him from afar. You need to have a long reach probably to beat him. I think JDM would probably beat him, but he would destroy Leon Edwards. How to make my skin white like you. Ah, I don't know. This is genetic, brother. I was born like this, so I don't know how to achieve it. I don't know. Maybe I don't know how to. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Just be comfortable in your own skin, I guess. You know, you don't have to be white to be comfortable. You know, just enjoy what you are. Enjoy your own culture. You know. Uh, but yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know how to help you, Joy. Just be comfortable with your own racial ethnicity, whatever you are. You know, just be comfortable in your own skin, like they say. Should never want to be another race but your own. But yeah, I'm thinking about like fights for Andreas Gustafsson. Him versus Leon Edwards would be cool. Think he beats Leon Edwards right now. Fight Michael Morales would be an interesting fight because Morales is so long and powerful. But because he's also good in the clinch. But if Gustafsson just gets him in the clinch, he could just fuck him up there, you know. So it's interesting. It's interesting because he will just fucking pressure forward with cardio, and he will eventually get you against that fence, and he will just land big shot after big shot. Oh, we got 10 likes. Let's go. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We're doing well, boys. We're doing well. Is Australian girls like beard men? I don't know. Australian girls are very diverse. They all got different opinions. Some girls like a clean shaven man. That's why I'm a bit clean shaven now. But I don't know. It depends. It depends on the girl. What kind of music do you listen to? I listen to everything. Like everything. You name like a genre of music, I probably listen to it. Like I have a very diverse set of music takes. But I prefer like 80s, 90s music, I think. I like a lot of the new I like some new music, but typically I like a lot of the older music, you know. I feel like a lot of the new music is pretty shit. Morgan Wallen. I probably would know Morgan Wallen, but off the top of my head I don't know them actually. So it makes me look like a liar. But you know what I mean? Like I like any genre of music. I like country music. I like Loud Heavy Thunder Rain, I think the song is. Loud Honda it's that loud Thunder Heavy Rain. This is insane, and we're never gonna be the same. I like that. I like Loud Thunder Heavy Rain. That's a good song. I like that USA song where it's like the one that Trump always walks out to. I like that song. What's the song? Sean O'Malley actually walked out to it. Beard is manly looking male, attractive. I mean, depends. Some no, not YMCA. That I like YMCA as well. No, it's the song by Tom Greenwood or something like that, where it's like, God bless the USA. No, yeah, it's not that one. It's like something like, oh, what's it called? I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called. I normally know it. It's called God Bless the USA by, I think, Greenwood, yeah, by Lee Greenwood, sorry. God Bless the USA by Lee Greenwood. I don't know, it's a good song, it's catchy. I'm not even American, I like it. Oliveria not going to make weight? You reckon he'll miss weight? Is there like a rumor that's happening? I hope that's not the case. I'd be sort of pissed if he misses weight. If the UFC wants Gustum to have a chance to get up the rankings, they're going to need to push him quick since he's already 34. I think that's why they gave him Renat. I think they realized Renat's a good matchup for him, and that's a guy who could definitely get him up in the rankings. But let me look up Charles Oliveira. I hope he's not actually close to missing weight. I hope you're just trolling Conor McGregor. Our national anthem rules. You do have a good national anthem. You do have a good one. I've had it up to here with subject-verb agreement. People forget, man. Mr. C, he's a debater. He's a master debater. People forget, man. Mr. C. I am, you are, we are Australian. You are, I am, we are Australia. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. You are, we are. What's that song about the tree? Cool. Are you trying to bait me here? I don't know if I should even say that. Coolia. Coolia tree. I'm very scared every time, Mr. C. I'm scared you're baiting me. I don't know what to believe sometimes. I know your tricks. You're a trick. Nah, I forgot the song. I'm not sure. I don't know what song you're talking about now off the top of my head, and I'm worried to like even say what song it could be. Everything feels like a trick with you, Mr. C. No, Nicholas Kerr has not been on the stream yet tonight, Rickshaw. No, we have not had Nicholas in the stream. No, we have not. Coolabah tree. Oh, Kobe Smith is a minus 3,400 favorite. Yeah, that honestly, that honestly doesn't surprise me. I don't think there's a way in hell Jacoby Smith is going to lose to Nico Price. He got knocked out by Phil Rowe and he got ragdolled by Femba Grimbo. You know, now he's fighting the most athletic brother. He's losing to all the brothers, and now he's fighting the most athletic, most fucking well-rounded brother of them all. I think Jacoby Smith is going to knock him out. And it pains me because I was really a big Nico Price fan, like in the 2020s, late 2020s, late 2010s. Sorry. Fabulous Guts isn't going to be in the. He's not going to be here either, Rickshaw. I'm going to have an alternative to all of your little fucking tricks, mate. I picked a bunch of underdogs the last 2 weeks. This week I'm only on 2 dogs. How many dogs are you picking? I think I've picked like 5 underdogs. I've picked Kaikara France, who's an underdog. I picked Alvin Hines, who's an underdog. I'm not super high on Alvin Hines. I just think he can wrestle. He has the path to victory here. I picked Roy Val. So I've picked Roy Val as well. So that's 3 there. Did I already say Kaikara France? I think I already mentioned Kaikara France. Who are the other underdogs I'm picking? Hold on, I need to check the card again. Oh, I picked Hyder as well. I picked Hyder. Royval was a dog last time I checked. On the prediction tracker channel, he was an underdog, so I counted Royval as an underdog. But I picked Hyder at Mill. I picked Jackson McVeigh as well. So I picked a lot of underdogs. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I picked Dariush as well. 4, 5. I picked 5 or 6 underdogs this card. So this could age very badly for me. I could have gone a bit too underdog heavy here. I don't normally pick so many underdogs, but I just see the path to victory. Like I think Jahunta Dinez just has no takedown defense. If he's taken down, he's going to be stuck there. What about Gabriel Utsex? Gabriel. I don't even know what the fuck that one means, to be honest. I knew the other ones, Rickshaw, but I guess because I'm not saying it properly. Jahunta. I called him Jahunta. Yeah, now that I can... Now I can see why you would think that, Mr. Sue. I think Van loses and has to wait a few years before becoming a tender again. I could see Van winning and then he just destroys everybody else. I think eventually he's going to be top 5, though. It's going to happen eventually. Minivan is going on a title run. Yay! But yeah, I think McVeigh will win, but Christopher is a very good fighter. He looks very powerful, but he's a bit of more of a pudgy dude. I don't know if he's like built for middleweight. I think he should probably be a welterweight. I think Jackson McVeigh is going to be long rangey. He He's just such a cute little munchkin. I hope both fighters just have fun. Alvin Hines is, yeah. Are you talking about Alvin Hines? The guy's just smiling. He looks so happy and everything like that. Like, I don't know. I want him to win. I really want him to win. I don't want him to get knocked out. That'd be really sad. He seems like such a sweetheart. But unfortunately, this is the game we play. Plus 280. Who's plus 280? Every Latin American 170 or above has that chubby build. That's true, to be fair. I don't know. Christopher Ewart, he reminds me a lot of Pete Rodriguez. Obviously, he's beat a few better guys than Rodriguez did, but he reminds me a lot of Pete Rodriguez. He beat Reese Watkins, beat Baby Goose, who's like a decent prospect, but Watkins just lost again, so I don't know how much. Oh, sorry, I didn't even see that one. Best bet of the card, fight to go to decision for the Deniz. Hines versus Deniz fight. Heavyweight had a finish. Heavyweights had a finish in over 3 months. So, yeah, plus 280. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Yeah, honestly, I reckon that fight will go to a decision. Maybe Deniz can get the knockout, but I think Alvin Hines is going to get a decision. Like, I really do think he's going to be able to just lay on top of Deniz and he won't be able to get up. Do you actually have autism? Are you stealing autism, Valha? I've been told. I got told I was, but I was literally a point off not being it. So I don't know. Maybe I was just over the line. I was just over the line. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not a real one. Do you train? I used to, but currently I'm not training. But I was training last year. I've trained on and off for about 3-4 years. He beat Jimmy Pace Jr. That I think is pretty solid. Okay, that's a good one. My bad. Heavyweights haven't had a finish in over 3 months. Plus 280 is free money. Yeah, I could see that. I could honestly see it. I think that fight is probably going to go to a decision. I think if the fight goes how I think, and it's going to be Alvin Hines fucking laying on top of Deniz for like a round. It's because the thing is about Deniz, he's good. He's a good striker. But every time he gets taken down, he gets fucking destroyed. Are your parents married? No, my parents are together, but they never got married. I'm just a bastard with parents still together, but I am a bastard. Jonta Deniz, Alvin Hines, Nico Price. Okay, let me break down the card real quick, just because for people, what styles did you train? I did jiu-jitsu, but I mainly did wrestling. I mainly did I did an MMA class, just like a bit of everything. And I did Muay Thai, kickboxing. So that were my main ones. But I did jiu-jitsu, but I didn't really like jiu-jitsu because I don't like the gi. I would prefer doing no gi jiu-jitsu. I just don't like wearing gis. I think they're fucking stupid. Because in an actual fight, I'm not going to tell my assailant, hey, hold on, hold your horses, all right? Before you stab me, let me just put my gi on, all right? I'm going to put my gi on. And then we're going to fucking fight, all right? You can't do that, So I feel like wearing a gi is very, it's not realistic for a self-defense situation, so I don't like the gi. But yeah, going to what I was going to say about this card is, for people who didn't see my prediction video, I got McVeigh by submission, Alvin Hines decision, I got Jacoby Smith KO, Terrence McKinney submission, Tracy Cortez decision, Hyder and Mill, I'm not sure, I think I'm going to go Hyder and Mill decision. I got Gregory Rodriguez by KO, I got Felipe Lima by decision, I got Dariush by decision, I got Roy Val by submission. I think he's going to club and sub Van. I got Kai Kara France by decision. And I got Ilia Topuria by second round KO. I'm going to keep mentioning second round because I just see second round KO. I keep seeing it in my head, so I'm just going to keep saying second round. Deniz is a turtle off his back. He is. That's the thing. That's why I can't trust him. Because I know that Alvin Hines can actually wrestle. He's not just a striker. I don't think Hines is great or anything like that, but he can wrestle, and that might literally just be what it takes at heavyweight. Most parents in America hate each other. Oh, that's crazy. He fights like a DDP with his hands down, and he's a middleweight. The meta for MMA is leaping hooks, happy pressure star. I reckon McVeigh just got to finish against a 5'9". Terrence Finney type. I think that I don't know. Yeah, I think McVeigh will get it though. I think he'll get a submission. I think Ewart has a very good chin. He's like a tank, but I reckon Mick and McVeigh will get the submission. Wait, how do you see co-main going? I think that Kai Kara France is going to win a 48-47 decision. I think that his takedown defense is really good. And, I don't think Pantoja, like, even in their first fight, Pantoja wasn't holding him down and doing whatever he wanted. Like, Kai Kara France was stuffing the takedowns, landing big shots. So I think Kai Kara France will be able to get, like, a gritty decision here, but it'll be close. There is a big viral video of USA of gay schoolboy beating up an African-American bully. Wow, that's very interesting. I've never seen that before. Maybe link that to me or something. Send that to me on Instagram. Terrence McKinney is the kind of guy to run into the fence and get knocked out cold. He is. I could see him getting kneed in the head because he's fighting a guy who's a kickboxer who knows how to knee. Anytime he fights anyone who knows how to knee, he gets put out. But how you going, Kate, anyway? I hope you're going all well. Yeah, it's good to see you in the chat. Hope you're going good, all good today. Hope you're training hard. Literally ragdolled him, beat the piss out of him. Pantoja is old too, man. He is. He is old. McVeigh has fought complete scrubs. Reese Watkins is level above anyone McVeigh has faced. Having said that, McVeigh does appear to have better technique. I just think DDP Meta is prime for middleweight. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't think McVeigh... I think that Christopher Ewart has beat better guys, for sure. I just think McVeigh is just... I don't know, he actually looks good. Like, he passes the eye test. He's tall as well. He's got a long reach. I think he's going to have a lot of... like. He's also... He's had a bit more of a camp than Ewart. He's prepared for being in the UFC a bit more. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not, like, saying I'm, like, McVeigh's going to be a future champ or anything like that. I just favour him in the fight. I'm not completely sold on him yet. This is both a test for both of these guys. But, I don't know. Both seem like fun fighters, though. And I just wish we were watching Dumas get knocked the fuck out, to be honest. I manifested for Cedric Dumas to get knocked out so badly. He literally got knocked off the card. I love McKinney styles. It makes the card fight. Well, the thing is you're either getting a highlight reel either way. You're either getting McKinney knocking someone out or mauling them, or you're getting McKinney knocked out cold. So, I don't know. When McKinney gets knocked out, he gets knocked out in very crazy ways. DDP doesn't pass the eye test. Also, didn't McVeigh just fight 3 weeks ago? Yeah, he fought about that amount of time. But DDP's different, though. DDP's different. He doesn't pass the eye test, but I don't know. He is willing to just die in there a little bit, and he did knock out Roberto Soldic. So that's like, he beat better guys. Like, he beat good guys on the run-up at least, Like, so it was always legit. He had a lot of good submissions and stuff like that. But the thing, DDP's very well-rounded. Well, I feel like Christopher Ewart isn't really well-rounded. I feel like he's just a boxer, very heavy-handed boxer. Reminds me a lot of Pete Rodriguez, But he could definitely win. And I'm not doubting him. I'm not completely... It's not like a confident pick or anything like that. This is more of a Dana White Contender Series type fight for both guys. McKinney might be the best fighter from Spokane. Isn't Chase Hooper from there? Or where's Chase Hooper from? Maybe he's not from there, actually. I think he trains there, though. I swear he was from Washington, though. No. Oh, he is from Washington, but yeah, he's not from Spokane. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know fucking America. Like, when it comes to, what city all their fighters are from. I only really know that for Australians. Ariana Celeste, Benny, yes, sir. Nolan Maxwell. The best space for MMA is being autistic or fighting like you're drunk. People forget, man. Betty P would be UFC champion if he wasn't here live streaming right now. Brother, you need to train, brother. Get off live stream, brother. Go train, brother. Spokane has Chiesa, Pena, and McKinney. That's a rough trilogy of fighters. I mean, I'd say Chiesa is better than McKinney. Not now. I think he's past his prime, but I mean, Chiesa has some decent wins, McKinney he's been knocked out quite a lot. I don't know. I'm interested to see how McKinney versus Slavopoulos goes, because Slavopoulos could just catch him at any point in the fight. McKinney is always just there to be knocked the fuck out. And if Slavopoulos wins, at least it makes Tom Nolan look a little better, which is people really rate Terrence McKinney even after all the losses. People forget, man. Yes, it was a skeleton at lightweight. He was a marauder. He knocked down Jorge Masvidal and then got subbed by him somehow. McKinney by sub round 1, yeah, I think so. I think closeted homosexuality is also an excellent base for MMA as well because of the repressed rage that it causes. People forget, man, John Jones is the GOAT for a reason. But yeah, I mean, yeah, because you got to imagine, there's so many Dagestani MMA fighters that there's got to be at least one repressed homosexual amongst them. You know, there's got to be one of them has to be repressed. So like, I don't know. I reckon Ankalaev. My money's on Ankalaev. I reckon if any of the Dagestanis are repressed homosexuals, it's probably Ankalaev. That's because he's one of the more angry Dagestanis. I don't know if you guys realize this, but Magomed Ankalaev is always flipping people off. He's always getting out, like he's always trash talking and stuff like that. You know, there's some deep seated hatred in Magomed Ankalaev. So you got to wonder, where is that coming from? Any one of the prelims you're excited to watch? Let's have a look. Let's have a look-see at the card. I think it's Usman. That guy likes being flashy. Prelims, I reckon Hyder Emil versus Jose Delgado is my fight to keep your eye on. Hyder Emil could have an entertaining fight with a broom. I really like Hyder Emil. I think he's very fun. So I'm going to go Hyder Emil versus Delgado. Benny P for 2030 champion. You know, okay, me and you. I'll be a welterweight champ. You'll be lightweight or featherweight champ. We run in the world. But yeah, hope you're going well. I think it's Usman. That guy likes being flashy. Yeah, but Usman's just I think he just likes to stay in shape and all that type of stuff and look good. You know, he's Nigerian. Nigerians are they're notorious for having good fashion sense. I feel like, well, maybe not Izzy, but but again, Usman doesn't have the best fashion sense. He wears just flashy colors and doesn't look the best. But you know, these Nigerians are notorious for being very flashy with how they dress and stuff like that. Alex, only 2 fights that aren't exciting on paper: heavyweight and women's MMA. Honestly, they work with Ali. That is kind of gay. Yeah, that's true. People forget, man. Ali Abdelaziz. You know what's crazy is Ali Abdelaziz like really hates Anderson Silva. Like I went through his tweets and I looked up Anderson Silva. He just hates Anderson Silva with a deep passion. I have no idea why. I've like no clue what the beef is, but Ali Abdelaziz just has a deep seated hatred for Anderson Silva that's been going on for like 12 years. I don't know what he did to Ali or something. Must have fucking shat in his cereal. People forget. He was apparently involved in 9/11. People forget. But to be fair, he was allowed to meet Trump when he was president. So, like, I don't know. Either the government's just not background tracking people, or he was like, I don't know, he's not seen as a threat. He worked in McVeigh, should be fun. McKinney is a madman. Hyder Emil fights like it's 1999. Robocop is a sledgehammer that moonlights as a punching bag. I mean, that's probably the best way you can put it. People forget, man, Ali's a deadbeat. How's Noah Abdelaziz? Abandoned his gaze on. Alvin Hines versus Jahanta Dinez. Hines debut. Heinz Ketchup is coming for the win. People forget, man. Heinz Ketchup is the best fucking thing you get in New York City, this side of the Delaware River. Who do you think is the straightest fighter? That's a very interesting question. Probably JDM. I feel like JDM's probably the straightest fighter. I don't know. Volk, actually. Do you remember when some guy was like asking Volk if he wanted to hold hands? And Joe Lopez was like, not the guy. So I reckon Volk fully against men holding hands. Yuck, that's disgusting to Volk. He's against that shit. So I reckon Volk's the straightest fighter. Plus, you know, he's got like fucking 4 daughters, you know. Either Rob or Volk probably, because they're fighting over who can have the most fucking kids. Every fucking couple of months. Stop calling him Jew Hunter, please. It is Joe Notta. Janota Dinez. Yeah, but Joe Hunter sounds better. Janota Dinez. There you happy, Mr. C? There you happy. I'll call him Janota. What's with the crying emoji? Don't cry, man. Don't cry. Don't cry, brother. Don't cry. Please, stop crying. What are you doing? What the fuck does that even mean? I'm looking forward to Marvin Vittori being at a press conference again. That'll be good. What the fuck does that even mean? I love fucking Marvin. Oh, I don't love fucking Marvin Vittori. It's a bit fucking sus. I love Marvin Vittori though. He's so funny. You know, he's fallen off a little bit in terms of fighting, but God, I love Marvin Vittori. Guy's fucking hilarious. But yeah, Jacoby Smith, I think he's gonna go really far. I hope he destroys Price and like turns around really quickly. I think he could just get a run going where getting ranked opponents within like the next 6 months if he stays active. Jacoby Smith versus Gustafsson will be an interesting fight down the road. If Gustafsson can get his clinch game going, that'll be interesting. Because have we actually seen Jacoby Smith face any adversity? Because like all I've watched him is just buzzsawing through everybody. So it'll be interesting to see his heart when he has a bit of a competitive fight. Nico Price is being featured in a snuff film. Yeah, he's 100% losing. There is no point in my mind where I picture Nico Price. I don't know what Nico Price in 2025 can do to Jacoby Smith. I just feel like there's no path to victory. Unless Jacoby Smith is literally James Vick or Phil Hawes, where he just immediately gets dropped and dies, then there's like no way I can see Nico Price getting the win. I like Nico Price a lot, but like look at his recent string of wins and losses. Like he did beat Alex Morono, but Alex Morono is the least athletic man in the UFC. Like look at this, he lost to Femba Garimbo, got absolutely ragdolled every round. Beat Alex Morono, which was like good for him. I picked him against Alex Morono. Actually, I just knew he has Alex Morono's number, but he got chinned by Robbie Lawler in 38 seconds, which isn't a great look. Got KO'd by Philip Rowe in a fight he was winning, to be fair. Had a horrible performance against Alex Oliveira. Lost him at Michel Pereira, where he was looking good. Had a very close fight against Donald Cerrone. They went to a draw due to a point reduction. Then we had Vicente Luque, got TKO'd by Doctor Stoppage. He was good at around that time. Jeff Neal TKO'd him. Got knocked out by Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Honestly, a little sprinkle on Price wouldn't be terrible. Sure, it's just throwing money away, but if he somehow wins, that would be wild. But if he's... that would be... I bet $10 and maybe like 300 or some shit. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little sprinkle, but I just don't see him winning. Look like Bill Scars. Okay, let's look this guy up. Yeah, this is actually a guy I do actually weirdly look like. That's actually very scary. I do actually sort of look like this guy. What the fuck? Like in some photos, he got similar sort of hair. I feel like his eyes are a bit like bigger. He's got bigger eyes than me, I feel like. But yeah, there's like a bit of a resemblance. It's crazy. Okay, I got told I look like Chris Hemsworth at the beginning of this fucking thing. Apparently I just look like everybody, I guess. But at least I'm getting nicer like comparisons than than MMA Guru does. I remember I was in MMA Guru's chat and somebody like said he looked like Kano. What's that guy's name? Like, there's some fat guy who's like always doing like video, like always live streaming, and he's a very fat ginger dude. I can't remember what his name is though. He's like Queso or something. Like his name's like Queso, I think. Queso. Yeah, this guy Queso. Yeah, I remember. Everyone's always telling fucking MMA Curry looks like Queso. So I'm glad I'm getting a lot nicer. Lot nicer ones. Nakado avocado. Oh, never mind. What is this guy? Bill Skarsgård. He has 7 siblings. Holy shit. Bill Skarsgård has 7 siblings. That's crazy to have 7 siblings in fucking Scandinavia at this point in time. Nobody has kids there anymore. Are you saying I have the same nose as Bill Skarsgård, or are you saying that MMA Guru has the same nose as Queso? So I get told I look Scandinavian, but I only have a little bit of Scandinavian because my family's from the Channel Islands. So, like Jersey, where you got the same nose as Bill. Yeah, interesting. We do look very similar, especially on his Wikipedia photo. That's actually really scary. I'm Irish and German. I feel like just so much different European stuff, and I guess all mixed together it just creates a fucking Viking. But yeah, my family's from the Channel Islands, but that's where the Normans were. So, like a lot of people there have like Norman French last names and stuff like my family don't, but I'm sure they have some Norman ones, Norman ancestry somewhere down the line. I'm quarter Dutch, quarter English, and then I've just like the rest is all muddled up stuff like Irish. What else do I have? German, Greek, Russian, French, and then Scandinavian, and a bit of Scottish as well, I think. I got a question for how For Ilia. How does it feel to be back in Vegas? Yeah, I don't know why they always ask questions like that. It's so stupid. How do you feel to be back in Vegas? Oh, well, I feel fucking annoyed. I can't gamble, I can't drink, and I can't eat. I have to fucking be cutting weight the whole time. Like like what do they expect the fighters to say? Obviously the fighters, oh, it's so good to be back in Vegas. I've come here 100 times in my life. I had to fight in Dana White Contender Series here. I had to go to the fucking PI 100 different times. Like, yeah, it's fucking cool, alright? Ask me something else, you boring fucker. I wanted to see Vinicius Oliveira at a press conference since he's not an NPC on the mic. Did you see Fluker's rant to that video about trash talkers? They actually haven't seen that. I'll definitely check that one out though. And the latest part, it's okay. It's okay. Helps me get the ladies. Man, it's time for Guru and Pukas to take over UFC media. I feel like mainstream media is dead. It's a very dying art. Being mainstream. Establishment type of stuff. That's why I'd rather do this than go like the mainstream route at this point in time. Like, I feel like I maybe could, if I chased it hard enough, I could get like a writing job for like one of the for the bigger, you're not bigger ones, but like something. But I don't know. I'd still write. I prefer being freelance when it comes to writing and all that type of stuff. I rather do my own thing. I don't want to be held back by being a part of a company where if I say anything, it will look bad for them. Benny P versus Kenny Okoye, I'd win. I started brushing my teeth again. Ah, good for you, Rickshaw. What would be your favorite part of being a UFC fighter? Probably the groupies. What type would you ask them personally? What type? What type would you ask them personally? Like questions? If I was to ask fighters questions, I would... I always ask them like I'd like look at who they have beef with or something, and I'd mention like something to do with beef. I'd stir the pot a little bit. You gotta make them like fight each other up there a little bit. Tomas is all torso and he's not 6'5". How tall do you reckon he is then? For real, but if Charles caught Ilia, Ilia gonna get submitted. He could, but I reckon I reckon he's got good submission defense. I don't think he would quit. I feel like if Ilia gets caught in the submission, he'll probably just go out cold. He's not a guy who's just gonna quit. I saw him in New York City. I'm 6'1" max and was wearing some Hokas. He had some sneakers too. He's barely an inch taller. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe you're just taller than you think you are. Because, I don't know, Tom Aspinall looks fucking massive. Oh, sorry. What type of question? I don't know. If I got like the opportunity to ask like a question, I'd probably I don't know. I feel like one day I would get bored of asking questions at press conferences, so I'd just go over like unhinged and just ask like some fucking out of pocket shit. Like, hey, so who you reckon's got the biggest cock on the fucking stage right now? You always insult me, even though I subscribe and like every day. When have I ever insulted you? I don't think I've ever insulted you in my life, Malphus. What do you think of John Jones retiring? Oh, I think it's fucking stupid. Benny's first question at press conference. So, Ilia, Charles called you a midget. What's your response to that? Exactly, I would... Yo, Benny P, long time no see. Hello, Justin. Big fan, my favorite fan from Guam. I believe you're from Guam, right, Justin? Yes, I think you are. That would do numbers if you asked that question? 100%. I would ask some fucking out of pocket shit. I would get them scrapping on the stage. I'd have to. I'm 5'8". Topuria is 5'7" max. Yeah, he's not that big. Who's your favorite UFC fighter? Jack Della Maddalena. A big JDM fan. Been a big fan since before he got in the UFC. So, been rolling with JDM since the Eternal days. So, it was awesome to see him become champ. Literally watched his career play out pretty much, which is crazy. It was awesome to see as a fan. And it's not done yet. I'm a manlet. Big JDM fan. Love his battle with autism, man. People forget, man. JDM. He's non-verbal. Where are you from, Benny? I'm from Perth, West Australia. Per capita, it seems like Australia may have the most UFC fans. Yeah, every single person you talk to will at least know like Izzy or Volk. Felipe Lima said, "You have been wrestling with Frank Ocean. How do you feel about that, Peyton Talbot?" I'm 4'3" and 93 years old. People forget, man. Mr. C is a marauder. I'm moving to Geelong for uni soon. Oh, nice. So you're from Australia. Very nice. People forget, man. Geelong. The football team is shady. Is this your first time on one of my streams, Wick son? If it is, make sure you subscribe. I go live pretty often. I'd love to see you in more of these chats. You ask some pretty good questions. Damn, we got 16 people. These chats are going off. First time. Well, it's good to see you. I take it you and Mr. C see each other in other group chats. Not group chat, other live streams. Is Geelong cool? I don't know. I've never been to Geelong, to be honest. I don't think it's too bad. People forget, man, I lost the ability to speak for 2.5 years as a child after getting the measles vax. What do you think about Islam? Is he really ducking Ilia? I don't think he's ducking Ilia. Even Ilia doesn't think it. Ilia said that he doesn't think Islam's ducking him. I think he just, Islam wants to fight for a second belt. Obviously, he could have fought Ilia in the meantime, but I don't think he's, properly ducking him. I don't think he's scared of Ilia, but it is a tough fight. Jack Manson about to put up a crafty vet performance. Weasel vs. Marty for the best storyteller. Joe Rogan is almost 60. People forget, man. Joe Rogan's been bored for 30 years. How do you think Jack vs. Islam goes? I will go JDM 4th or 3rd round TKO, I reckon tough. It's going to be a back and forth fight, but I think JDM will rip up the body a lot and be TKO or gassed out Islam Makhachev against the fence. I just searched Frank Ocean for the first time yesterday. Now I understand why I never heard of him prior. People forget, man. Peyton Talbot. Was not impressed with Quillen's last performance. Oh, he just went a bit out of his comfort zone. He doesn't normally wrestle that much, so he gassed a little bit. But I think Quillen said in an interview he's not going to wrestle that much next time. But I think it was impressive to go out there and wrestle a Circassian fighter like that. Considering the amount of time he's been training, I thought it was impressive. Salkir's only been training since 2018, 2019, and he's already in the UFC. He's already showing well-roundedness. So I reckon he's going to be one of those guys who, when he gets a bit older, he's going to be even better. He's going to really improve quickly. So, but yeah, I'll be interested to see who they give him next. But yeah, the 3rd round was definitely a bad look. Needs to definitely sharpen up the striking defense. Is Frank Ocean gay? I'm not sure. I really don't know anything about Frank Ocean, to be honest with you. JDM via flying scissor kick. I picked Felipe Lima, but he did a crescent kick his last fight. Yeah, but that might be hey, what's his name? God, what was that guy's name? Charles Ontiveros fucking crescent kicked Kevin Holland. He crescent kicked Steve Garcia and almost knocked Steve Garcia out. We will leave Islam twitching. We will do it. We are going to take Islam Makhachev's 16-fight winning streak. We will single-handedly take down Islam. We will do it. Australian MMA live game is unmatched with Dougie, Benny, and Lorenzo. Yes. The Aussies, we're taking over. We're fucking taking over, yeah. We're coming. Fuck. You got all the American streamers, you got Lucas Tracy, you got Kenny Okoye. Now the Australian MMA live streams are coming. We're coming. Just like we started taking over more belts than the Americans, we're going to take over more live streams. We're taking over it. The takeover is coming. I'm just saying, Dan Hooker would have allowed Sector Dumas to fight. They should have I would have loved to have seen Dumas fight with a fucking ankle brace on. What's it going to stop? He should have just fought it with it. Imagine he head kicked him and he knocked him out with the fucking ankle brace, though. How would Gene Silva do in top 5 lightweight? I think Gene Silva would probably beat Justin Gaethje, to be honest. But I don't know. He looked really good against Drew Dober, but he didn't knock him out. He put on a great performance, and he is a big guy. I think eventually Gene Silva will be a lightweight. I don't think that weight cut's gonna be going too well. But I don't know. Gene Silva's really good, so I got to see how he's gonna do against Diego Lopez. I think he's gonna beat Lopez, but Be interesting to see how it goes, you know. Gene Silva versus Topuria. I'd say Topuria would win that. What's his name? Kevin Valhos was giving him some problems on Dana White Contender Series, and Ilia is just a better, more slicker Valhos, more powerful, bigger guy. So I'd probably go Topuria. I don't know why I'm getting the vibe Charles upset. I could see it, but I just see Charles Oliveira getting dropped and club and subbed. Kevin Valhos is 23. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's very good. I mean, at this point in time, Topuria is definitely better than him. Eventually, Valhos could be better. You know, he isn't that big for a featherweight, but I reckon he'll eventually bulk up. Keep Volk away from that clip farm. I don't want to see June Silva versus Volk. I think Volk can definitely win it, but I don't want to see this version of Volk. He still beat Lopez, but he is clearly washed. You know, not like completely washed, but he is past his prime. I should say washed is a bit disrespectful. Whoever does get the first crescent kick, KO will be a legend contender. It's a shite move. The lightweight division is going to suck ass in 5 years. It's either going to suck ass or it's going to be really good. Like there's a lot of really good prospects coming up at the moment. There's a lot of good lightweights coming out of Kazakhstan. I think we're gonna have a lot of Central Asians in the lightweight division in the next couple of years. I can't remember their lives for the name of me, but there's a guy who's literally built exactly like Shavkat Rakhmonov, but he fights at lightweight and he fights very similar. I knocked out Mr. C with a crescent kick. Armin is not sticking around for more than 3 years. Well, he's rich. Why would he? Why would he put his brain and everything at risk when he's got a rich dad? Ilia's not going to stick around either. Ilia said he's going to retire at 30. Is that fellow in the UFC currently? The Kazakh guy? No, he is not. The Kazakh guy is on the regional scene, if that's who you're asking about. He's currently 7-0, 6-0 as a lightweight. There's another 11-0 Kazakh, I think he is. I don't know his name, but he's also... person just added me to some fucking group chat. Fuck off. How do I can't leave this fucking group while I'm on the stream. Are you kidding me? Every fucking day. This shit's getting annoying. Can you just hear me right now? Can you still hear me? I'm crashing out. Fucking hell. Have you seen Radzibali Shaidulev? Let's have a look. Let's look this guy up. I have the same build as Shafka, even with the slight waist fat. Okay. Just making sure you can still hear me, right? Because I keep getting invited, keep getting calls and shit like that. I don't know if it fucks with my audio. Let me look this up. Alright, let's have a look at this guy. Oh, yeah, I've heard of this guy. The guy from Kazakhstan. Yeah, this guy's a beast. He's just destroying everybody in Ryzen at the moment. Demir Ismagulov. No, I wasn't talking about Demir Ismagulov before. I was talking about some new up-and-coming Kazakhs. Demir Ismagulov's still doing pretty good, though. I think he just got a KO recently. Have you ever heard of Hamzat Nurmagomedov? I'm going to buy a big farm when I make it. Who's the most underrated UFC fighter? Oh, that's very tough. That's very tough, to be honest with you. Probably, yeah, Peter Yan's up there. People were acting like he was like a bum after he lost to like O'Malley and Marab and Aljo. People forget, man, Pantoja, actually, yeah, probably Pantoja. He's literally defended his belt and beat half of his division, and he's still the lowest ranked pound-for-pound fighter. How does that even make sense? It's meant to be pound for pound. Flyweights the most skilled division. You would think he'd be higher up than fucking Tom Aspinall. Movzar, Rafael, Bilal, Adia Volkov. I don't think Bilal is very underrated. I think he got a bit overrated. Umar Magomedov, Amru Magomedov is also very good. I've been a big supporter of Amru. I actually stayed up to watch his UAE Warriors fight. Do you train? I used to. I stopped training like a year ago because I almost broke my toe. But I do. I stay in shape. I'll probably get back into training soon though. Rafael underrated. What are you smoking? Wait, Amaru. Yeah, Amaru beat Alex De Silva his last fight, who was in the UFC. So that's a pretty good win for him. He's got some pretty good wins. He's very inactive though, K1. The only thing with Amaru, he fights once a year and he only fights. It's very weird. He's got 2 fights in 2023, 1 fight in 2024, 1 fight in 2025. He needs to be more active. That annoys me. How tall are you? I'm 6 foot. I'm 183 centimeters. So not like massive or anything like that, but just above average height. With how fucking giant everybody is now, I don't even feel that tall. If I was around in like the 80s or something, I'd feel like I'd be actually considered very tall, but now everyone's like 6'3". Welcome to the 6 feet club. Thank you. I've been in the club for a couple years. 67 kgs. Nah, I'm 80 kgs. Maybe 79. I don't know, I haven't weighed myself for a bit, but I float around 80 kgs. What's the average height in Australia? 5'9". I think it's average is 5'9", but a lot of the younger people are just fucking massive. Do you train? Are you talking to me, Mr. C? I do. I do train. I train. What do you train in, Wixon? Do you play basketball? Not anymore. I used to when I was a kid. I used to play basketball in high school. Not like on a team or anything like that, but I used to always play it. You are either 18 or 27. I am 24. But I don't know. People always assume I'm a lot younger than I am. Although I did have a guy the other day say I looked 40, so I don't know. I really don't know. I had a guy the other day say I looked like 40, so that was interesting. I think, look, I'm a very clearly young-looking person, but I don't know. Some people just troll. The problem with the lightweight prospects, they keep losing to the veterans. I know, like, Dustin would probably just keep beating prospects if he wasn't going to retire. Like, I don't know. Do Australian girls love Asian men? Not really. I'm going to be honest with you, not really. Typically, white men get the most girls, but then second is probably like Polynesians, which I guess Polynesians are technically part Asian, but I don't know. It's not like Asian men can't get Australian women, but they're not like sought after. Maybe with like girls that are really into like K-pop or whatever, there's like a niche for that, but typically they're not like the number one most desired group. But I'm sure if you try hard enough, you can find your woman. Are you modelling your mustache style after a well-known deceased Austrian painter? Jesus Christ. What about Indian dudes? Oh, Asian men are like East Asian men, like Chinese, and all that. Koreans, they have more of a chance than Indian dudes do. From what I've spoken to, a lot of women are not a big fan of Indian men because some of the Indian men are a lot of Uber drivers and some of them can be a bit creepy. So I think they leave a bad reputation for yeah. Australian girls like white, rich guys and handsome black men. Yeah, I would say so. I don't think typically Australian women are typically pretty racist. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, that's probably about right. I'd go from like when it comes to like the hierarchy for like the sought after groups, it'd probably be white men at the top in Australia. Number two would probably be like Middle Eastern. I feel like Middle Eastern's like an underrated group. A lot of Turks typically get a lot of girls. It's probably like Middle Eastern, number two. Then third would probably be like Polys, like Polynesians, and then probably Africans fourth. But I don't know. It depends on the girls' types, you know. Different strokes for different folks, as they say. I've had good luck with women in New York City. Can't wait for Melbourne. Well, you're Asian though. You're Asian, so you're a mix of both. So you'll probably be all right. It depends on the girl entirely. Yeah, exactly. Like not every girl and not every guy have the same type. You know, some people like fucking spaghetti and some people like steak, as they say. You know, just depends on the girl. You know, plus I think personality and confidence is like the main part. Like as long as you're like, I think the problem with a lot of Asian men is they don't approach women. You know, like, or if they do, they do it a bit creepily. You know, as long as you do it properly and you're like very confident and stuff like that, everything goes well. It's all about confidence with women. You're a cool dude, Benny. Well, thank you, Wickson. I hope you have subscribed to me. You can join my chats more often. I'm interested to see how one championship MMA fighter is doing the UFC with the success of RDR. I think RDR is going to be like an outliner. I think he's going to be the one who does the best. I reckon. What's his name? Wonder Boy Fabricio Andrade will probably do pretty good. Jess Clark or Tracy Cortez, who you prefer? Oh, that's very tough. That's like picking between fucking steak and pizza. That's a tough question. I don't know, to be honest. Like they're both fucking both very nice, very nice. But I don't know. That's tough. I'd probably go. I'd probably say Jess Clark. I'd say Jessica Rose Clark probably. I think RDR will be top 5 and followed around. I think so. I think he's going to beat Rob, but it's tough. It's close. Like, it's either he beats Rob in a weird, like, finish after losing, or Rob just masterclass him. Like, there's no in between, I don't think. With the rizz of a Spaniard, it doesn't matter what you look like, exactly. Jessica Rose Clark ruined her body with the tattoos. I don't know. I think the tattoos suit Jessica Rose Clark, to be honest. Some girls can rock tattoos pretty well. Obviously, some girls overdo it, but I don't know. I reckon she looks pretty sexy. Fuck, marry, kill. Alexa Grasso, Poliana Viana, Jessica Rose Clark. Oh, that's tough. Mr. C, oh fuck, this is true. This might be the hardest question anybody's ever asked me. I will probably say I'd probably fuck Jessica Rose Clark. I'd marry Alexa Grasso, and I'd have to get rid of Poliana Viana. I'm sorry. That's probably what I'd say. Can't believe Jessica Rose Clark is 37. She's aging like a fine wine. It's funny when you are pretty in women's MMA, you would be so bad at fighting. Yeah, but that chick who was really pretty, I think she was Polish. She did really good. Israel Seja, hello, my favorite. Benin resident, how are you going? Fuck, marry, kill. Conor McGregor, GSP, or Osama bin Laden. That's tough. I would go... I'm not going to answer that, to be fair. I'm not going to fuck any of them, but... I mean, you'd kill Osama bin Laden, right? It's not even close. Rose Clark clears all. Pollyanna is a baddie. She is a baddie. Like, I'm not denying she's a baddie, but I don't know. I would just put her last, you know. Plus, she's been with a fair few UFC fighters, you know. You've got to be careful. Ilia going to get strangled alive, bro? I don't think so. I think he's going to get it done. Paige Van Zandt is hot. She's very hot. Yeah, she was a baddie. Polish chick against the Russian dude. the Russian Ronda, yeah. Yeah, she was fucking bad, though. She was hot. You're going to sell your parlay? I don't bet, but I reckon Ilia's getting it done, brother. I reckon Ilia's going to get it done. But Charles got a shot. Charles has 100% got a shot here. Even harder question. Who is the hottest active American UFC female fighter? I actually can't think of any female American fighters right now, to be honest with you. I actually don't know. I can't actually think off the top of my head. Only female fighter I can think of is Kayla Harrison because Rick Shaw just mentioned her. Even harder question, who was the hottest? Joseph Stalin versus Austrian Painter is a very good fight. That's pretty much just like Marab versus Marab versus I don't know who the fuck even is German. Like there's no like proper German fighters. You deserve a slap. Why do I deserve a slap, Naf? That's not very nice. What did I deserve? What did I do to deserve a slap from you, Naf? I thought we were cool. Everyone got a chance with Polyana Viana. Trust me, if she let Raul Rosas hit, she would let you hit as well. Yeah, I feel like as long as you got like clout or popularity, Polyana Viana is she's taken one for the team. It's a tough question and not in a good way. Yeah, it'd be Bryce Mitchell versus Marab. That's Joseph Stalin versus Austrian Painter. It's a tough one, man. It's tough. It's a cross track in not a good way. Tracy Cortez, Mackenzie Dern, Fug Rose. Yeah. Like Tracy Cortez looks alright, but obviously a lot of makeup and eyebrows and all that stuff, like fake eyelashes, but she's alright. Mackenzie Dern's alright. But Fug Rose, she shaved the head. It's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Yeah, Tracy Cortez is the most Chinese looking Mexican. I know like some Mexicans just do look very Chinese or whatever it is. I know obviously Native Americans originally came from Siberia, but still very different set of genetics. But some Mexicans just look very Chinese. Like the guy who fought Barcelos, he's one of the most Mexican-looking, Chinese-looking Mexicans I've ever seen. Dern's face. Yeah, that's fair. Do a Volk impression. Okay, my Volk impression's very bad. I'm not actually very good at doing Australian impressions, to be honest with you. But Volk is like, you gotta get... what's it like? I was never gonna let anyone bully me. You're done. Like, I really can't do a Volk. I'm really bad with Australian impressions. I can do accents for, like, other fighters, but, like, I don't know, doing, like, an Australian one is, he's just speaking in normal. You're done. You're done. You got to stand up for yourself. You're done. Oh, yeah, Christian Quinones. That's who I was talking about. He's a very Chinese-looking Mexican dude. He was doing very good against Barcelos, by the way, Christian Quinones. Like, he was arguably winning that fight until he got subbed in the third round, which is really weird. Dern's face, do a Volk impression. The Bering Strait hypothesis has been disproven. Has it, though? I mean, genetically, when they do DNA tests, they have indigenous American and they have East Asian, Siberian in the same category. So I'd say the genetically still very similar. I don't remember seeing the Bering Strait hypothesis has been disproven, but let's look it up. Bering Strait hypothesis disproven. Almost 30 views, I know. It's whenever I get to this amount of times, it always turns into like talking about something political or like something about genetics or something. But yeah, it's cool. I'm still wondering, Falesawari Naf, why do I deserve a slap? I need to know why I deserve a slap, alright? You know, I feel like I've been a very good boy, but tell me why I need a slap. What else is there? K1, you wait, Chinese Tracy. Good God, that press conference would be absurd. Kayla the Hemorrhoid Harrison is crazy. That is fucking insane, Rickshaw. But yeah, with all the people in here, make sure you subscribe if you ain't already. I go live very often. You should like my videos, help a brother out. And I'll see you guys all the time because I always go live. So make sure you subscribe if you ain't already. And check out my prediction videos if you're new. I'm top 8 best predictor on MMA YouTube. So, like, you know, watch my prediction videos. Donate me some money. Whatever it takes. Help me out. Help a brother out. I'm very passionate about the sport. And just chatting shit with the boys. I feel like I'm doing like one of those like old dating videos that do like, I like long walks on the beach and I like talking to the boys. It's funny, 2022, Tai Tuivasa was my idol and I was copying his style in that exact moment. Yeah, like, I remember I picked him against Derek Lewis. I was so happy with that. I was like, oh my God, he's actually like improved. And then he just immediately got smashed every fight after that. Hello, Shejmon K, how you going? I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but how are you going today? Hope you're going very well. Welcome to the chat. If it's your first time in the chat, I hope you're going very well. But yeah, Tai Tuivasa had massive fall off. You know, he was doing really good, and then just took. I don't know if he didn't take the Pavlovich fight so soon, his chin would still be really good. But he just took so much damage, and it was a tough ask. But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Tai Tuivasa, if he finished game when he knocked him down, he would have had a fight with John Jones. What do you think about the Iran situation? I think that Israel needs to fucking stop bombing countries, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Israel needs to stop bombing countries, in my opinion. I don't think that's a hot take. Israel is causing too many problems with all these bombings and everything. Even like America's getting pissed about it. So yeah, I think Israel needs to calm down. That's my opinion. The Bering hate straight hypothesis has been disproven. Yeah, I answered your previous comment. I didn't think it had been because genetically on DNA tests and stuff, they have indigenous. When they do indigenous American on like DNA tests or whatever, they put them in the same category as like East Asian. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that wasn't my previous comment. Oh, I don't think your previous comment came up. What did you say? The one after that. What did you say? I don't think you. I don't know. I think they blocked your comment. I don't know what you said, Mr. C. It doesn't show what you said. That was the last thing you said for me. So sad, man. 6-fight lose streak. Yeah, I know. It was a big fall off. Why am I on Iran not having a nuclear missile? Yeah, but they've been apparently close to building a nuclear missile for like 30 years, you know? Like, Benjamin Netanyahu, I know I'm butchering his name, he's been saying that they were going to have a nuke for like 30 years, you know? Like every single time, apparently he wants them to go to war, that they're apparently got a nuke, you know? I want to see Ilia when I think Ilia will be winning this fight. Did that show up? Let me see. Oh, yeah, wait. It only shows up when I click on it. Bering Strait formed 14,000 years ago. We now have evidence of people in the Americas from over 40,000 years ago. Oh, okay. But at the very least, I think people did come from the Bering Strait, Mr. C, and they obviously would have admixed with the people who were already in America. Because I think obviously Native Americans look very different to East Asians. You know, they have like it's like different noses, nose shape, and everything like that. You know, like I think that Native Americans like mix with East Eurasians. Like I think they mix with like some European-esque type group because they have some European features with the nose and all that. And not all natives look alike. Yeah, obviously not all natives look alike, but I'm just saying like a lot of them have very different features to like East Asians. Did that show up? Yeah, North Korea Goy got that as well. Yeah, there were 3 waves and all that. Charles going to submit Ilia with the grape choke. Jesus Christ. I could see it. I can see Charles really just going out there wrestle heavy, and maybe Ilias just doesn't have the strength, you know, at lightweight. But he does look like a brick shit house at the moment, so it'll be very interesting. It'll be very sad if Ilia loses. Like, I don't know. I feel like it would just be such a like, because like this is excitement. We got like a new champion, a potential new champion, everything. Would you hit on Ilia's wife if she was single? Yes. Yes. If she wasn't with Ilia Topuria, I would. His wife is fine. I'm pretty sure she's Venezuelan. She's like somewhere from South America, and like she's a very beautiful lady. The Southwestern don't look like the Midwestern. They look like the Inuit. All very different from each other. Inuit are closely related to Northeast Asian. Yeah, yeah. Inuit are like the most recent to come over from the Bering Strait. Like they're very recent. I think they came over like I don't even think they were in the North America for like 1,000 years. I think it was very recent. Like Inuits are clearly just like Siberians who moved over. Who would you prefer if you were a man? Who would you prefer if you were a man? What do you mean? I am a man. Like, what do you say? I think you got to re-ask the question, Jamal. I'm not sure what you mean. Who would you prefer if you were a man? Ilia, Islam, or JDM? Trump just cursed word on live television. I don't want to turn on TV now for a drama. I just watch you. Yeah, well, there's going to be drama, when there's like potential global conflict. I think he was just frustrated. He got a ceasefire signed, and then like one of the countries literally just let go of all their missiles. It's a bit of a slap in the face of the whole ceasefire agreement. But yeah, what other questions are there? The whole 2025 has been crazy, bro. Yeah, it's been a very crazy year. It's the closest it's felt like we were getting to a potential third world war, but it seems like the crisis has been averted for now. Preparation H feels good on the whole. What the fuck? What are you talking about, Mr. C? Who would you prefer to date if you're a woman? Ilia, JDM, or... A very sus question, but I guess you would say... I don't know. I don't know. It's a very sus question, but I guess if it was a woman, it'd probably be Ilia, right? He's like, dresses very clean and everything like that. I feel like if you're a woman, you want a guy who dresses up, and I don't know. I guess you'd say Ilia, but it's a very fucking gay question to answer, and I feel like very gay for answering it. But yeah, I would say Ilia, I guess, if I was a woman. It's Austin Powers reference. Ah, which Austin Powers is it? I love Austin Powers. Apparently they're making a fourth movie, but I don't know what's happening with that. I heard that a couple years ago. But nothing ended up happening. But I swear that they're making a new movie. India, Pakistan, Israel, Iran, the Pop died. What next? World War III. Yeah, I could see it. It could be bad. I can't remember which one. They were all good. That they blend together. They do. I do like the one where it turned out like him and Doctor Evil were like related. And I think Michael Caine was their dad or something like that. I want $1 million. That was, I don't know. They're classic. They're one of the best spoof things ever. Hello, Matthew Miller. How are we? Hello, Matthew Miller. How you going, my friend? Shaman, if the World War III happened before GTA 6, it would be crazy as fuck. It would. I just want GTA 6 for fuck's sake. It was meant to come out at the end of this year, and now we got to wait even longer. Drinking some milk, got a fan on, life is good. I love to hear it. Israel, USA, and NATO versus Iran, China, Russia, North Korea. It seems like all them countries have just sort of just left Iran to their own devices a little bit. All them like countries don't really like their alliance is very weak. Those like other countries. Which game you like more, RDR 2 or GTA 5? Probably RDR, to be honest. I think RDR 2 has a much better storyline. GTA 5 was good. I love GTA 5, don't get me wrong, but the story was pretty bad compared to GTA 4. I feel like GTA 4 had a much better story, and RDR 2 just blew GTA 4 out of the GTA 5 out of the water with the storyline, Because I prefer, like, for those games, like, I feel like they went a bit too heavy on GTA Online instead of focusing on the storyline. I really prefer the stories when it comes to those games, and I think RDR 2 had one of the best stories of all time. You're a good man, Arthur Morgan. You're a good man. You're a good man. Hey there, mister. Hey there, mister. Like, me and my friends will always, like, sometimes we'll, like, see each other and we'll go rock up and like, hey there, mister. Like how you can, like, greet people on Red Dead. We'll always do shit like that. So I love RDR. Like, Arthur Morgan's a really good protagonist. Hitman is the best of all time. The game changer would be if China took control over Taiwan due to Taiwan's technology. Yeah, if they attack Taiwan, then that's like World War III, because America and all them countries have an alliance to protect Taiwan from a Chinese invasion. Playing RDR for the first time was so sad. Arthur deserved better. then they would stand a chance. RDR2 versus Hamza, who wins? So Arthur Morgan, what, the whole, like, is it all of Dutch Vanderland's gang, or is it just, like, Arthur Morgan versus Hamza? And is it Arthur Morgan with TB? Is it him with tuberculosis, or is it pre-tuberculosis Arthur Morgan versus Hamza? Or is it Hamza, like, after he got long COVID versus Arthur Morgan when he's, like, dying from TB? I feel like that'd be a very even matchup, you know? TB fucking Hamza versus TB Arthur Morgan. Dana White versus Rogan in Power Slap. I'll probably go Dana White. I think he'd have a mean slap. We've seen how he did his wife, so I'd imagine he'd be able to slap Joe Rogan pretty well. I remember playing Red Dead Redemption 1 on Xbox One, never played the sequel. The sequel's really good. I'd recommend it if you're ever free and you have a console in Vietnam. It's a really good game. Very good story as well, and it ties together a lot with the first one because it's a sequel, but it's actually a prequel. It's actually set before the events of Red Dead 1. Which is very interesting that it's called Red Dead 2 when you think about it that way. So America just made Iron Heart, and instead of Iron Man, there is a black woman. If Iron Man is not a billionaire, he's not Iron, like what? Interesting. Very interesting thinking. Do you think old Wild West people would do well in the UFC? I mean, I feel like they wouldn't have a ground game, but with the striking, I reckon they. Oh, actually, I reckon like old Wild West people would fight very similar to like Andreas Gustafsson. It'd be a lot of clinching and grabbing and punching in the clinch and dirty fighting. I feel like be a lot of dirty boxing, probably some elbows. I feel like they wouldn't have much kicks. You wouldn't see much kicks because there was no karate or anything back then, and people used to fight with their hands. But I feel like they would fight very similar to Andreas Gustafsson. What is your celebrity crush? Mine would never change. Scarlett Johansson, Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella. People forget, man. Nikki Bella was the hotter Bella twin. I don't know. I can't think of my, like, off the top of my head, who my celebrity crush would be. But I see a lot of celebrities and like, damn, they're very hot, very attractive. I don't know. I have to come back to this question. I can't think off the top of my head. When I was a kid, I really liked Carmen, is her name Carmen Diaz? What's her name? Cameron Diaz, sorry, Cameron Diaz. As a kid, I always thought Cameron Diaz was very pretty, but I don't know, it'd be interesting. There's a lot of choices. Scarlett Johansson is the hottest African. Mine is Michelle Obama. Nice. Happy Pride Month, Matthew Miller. But yeah, people forget, man, Michelle Obama. She's from South Africa, I thought. Now, Scarlett Johansson is Danish and Jewish. She's half Danish, half Jewish, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, I'm trying to think who, like, I would say my celebrity crush is. It's really tough. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I really, like, a name doesn't pop out off the top of my head. Who am I thinking of then? I don't know. Who would you be thinking of? Let me look up white African actresses. Are you thinking of Charlize Theron? I don't know. She came up when I looked up white African actresses. She's married to Stuart Townsend, or she was. She was partners with Stuart Townsend. I'm not sure who this is. He's apparently an Irish actor. Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps. Jude built the arc reactor with scraps of metals. Okay, I'm convinced that they are to ruin themselves. Yeah, it's very interesting. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed, by the way. Shiamon K. Yeah, she was the first. She was the first African American to win an Oscar or an Emmy or some shit. Black people were pissed. Oh yeah. Marvel would never be the same after Loki retires. What is your power rankings of Asian countries? I would put China at the top. They're a powerhouse, obviously. You got to go China. If you're going to power rankings, you can't not have the big dogs. You know, China's like 1.3 billion people. Yeah, India's got more people, but China's just got more resources, more military. Uh, you know, you got to go China at the top. They're much richer and more powerful than the other countries. And then I would put. Oh, I'd probably go South Korea second. That might be a sleeper pick, but I'll go South Korea. I feel like they're very rich. They are going down in population though, so they're, that is a worry for them. But yeah, I'll go South Korea second. Then probably India third. They got the population, their economy's growing and everything. Fourth, probably Indonesia. Indonesia's asleep. Oh no, Malaysia. I'll go Malaysia. I think Malaysia has probably got a better economy and probably better military and all that sort of stuff than Indonesia. Okay, how are we power ranking this? Are we basing it on their countries or how they fight? Now I'm confused, Matthew Miller. If Arab countries banded together, could be a serious powerhouse. Yeah, but they all have their disagreements. None of them would be able to work together. But even though they all call themselves Arabs, they're all completely different people. Like Iraq was Mesopotamia at one point. I like Philip. Oh yeah, if we're talking about like the countries, Filipinos are some of the nicest people. I like Filipino people. I've told this story many times, but I used to work in a factory, and all the Vietnamese people were very rude to me, but all the Filipinos were so nice. They were sweethearts. Like they were all just so nice. Like they would give me food, and they'd treat me so respectful. And the Vietnamese was like, "Fuck you, you can't." Like they didn't actually say that, but like, that they did not like my company. I don't think. Was very tense working with them because you kept hitting on the Viet daughters. I never, none of them spoke English. I never hit on anybody at that work. Oh, actually, I didn't hit on any of the Asians at the work. I guess maybe I tried to hit on like an Aussie girl who worked there, but that was probably a bit. And I never even really shot my shot because she had a boyfriend. After I found that, I was like, oh, never mind. If you're talking about fighting, it's Japan, China, South Korea. Yeah, that's where I was leaning. But if we're talking just about like, just my experiences, I would say like Filipinos are the nicest. But that being said, you got to be careful on these apps. If you ever match with Filipinos and they're from Philippines, you got to be careful because a lot of them try and scam you. Like they try and get you with fake accounts. They got some guy I know with them, so you got to be careful. Like they'll try and get your Instagram, so then they'll send you like a screenshot of like they try and get your dick, and after they get your dick, they'll like send it to everybody if you don't pay them. They actually did that to my friend, and they messaged me and like a bunch of my friends, like a photo of my friend. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be fucking careful with these scamming bastards. But obviously, yeah, sextortion. Yeah, literally, like they'll actually get you on Tinder or Yubo or whatever app or Bumble or whatever. They'll try and talk to you and everything. And then they'll try and get your like Instagram, so then they can like look at your following and your followers, and they'll be like, all right, if you don't give us money, we're gonna send this to this person, and this person. So yeah, it's fucking. I mean, it's literally illegal, but yeah, you gotta be careful. Bro, you look like a 40-year-old kitty fiddler. Jesus. Literally, someone before said I look 20. You can't really say I look 40. Doesn't even make sense. But what was I saying? What did somebody say? But you kept moving on. Georgia is Caucasus. They're in the Caucasus Mountains. I think they're on the European side, but yeah. Space time. I've been looking for you. Love you. I love you a long time. See you soon, boy. Asian power rankings: China, Russia, India, GDP wise. China, India, Japan. Would you rather date a black girl or a femboy? I would say a black girl because I would. Femboy is no, I wouldn't. Don't think I would like a femboy very much. You better pray to God we never ungenerous because I will rain down on you like the Holy Ghost. Oh shit! I've got a badass in chat. What's up, guys? We got a badass in this chat. Mr. C, you wanker. Let's book it. Space-time continuum versus Mr. C. Thought it was a fair and well-balanced question, Mr. C. Shimon, are you interested in MMA2 or only politics? This is an MMA channel. Come here, mate. I'll enjoy your stream. Thought it was well-balanced. What did I miss? Did I miss any questions? Would you beat Grasso in a fight? Be honest. No, I wouldn't want to hit Grasso. She's too cute. I'll just let her box me up. I don't know. I'd feel like a monster. I can smell your breath through the screen. Jeez. Well, you would probably smell mouthwash because I had some mouthwash before I came on stream. Space Time is my hero. We love Space Time Continuum in this chat. You know, he's an OG. You know, we love Space Time Continuum in this chat. He's very productive. Is Kaya real moldy? I mean, he is part moldy, so yes, he is moldy. So I don't know how you would consider a full moldy. Like, there is no such thing as a full moldy anymore. They're all mixed. So yes, Kaya's a real moldy. He practices the culture, so he's like moldy, you know. Is there any mode in here? He's like 2%. I mean, he's clearly not 2%. You can tell he's like not fully white. Is there any mods in here? Yeah, no, like, I don't know where Fake Tough Guy hasn't come to a stream for ages. He was like, he wanted to be a mod for ages and never came. Do you prefer twinks? I do not prefer twinks. No. China's the best MMA Asian country per Chan. Japan gets carried by boxing and kickboxing. I think I'll make Mr. C a mod, though, moderator. He deserves moderator status. Oh, standard moderator. There you go. Mr. C, welcome. You're a moderator now. Since you're always in the streams, I thought you deserve it. Mr. C, you leftist. And I'll make you one too, Matthew Miller. I don't think I was leaving you out. Kiss, marry, kill, Grasser, Bella, Liv Morgan. That's a tough question. No, Matthew Miller, you're one too. You've got it too. Do a Picana. I'm not moldy. I'm not doing a Picana. I don't even know how to do a Picana. Oh, hell yeah. Yes, Matthew Miller. Welcome. Congrats, both of you. Don't worry. We need more moderators. I got 4 moderators in the chat, you know. Otis, the beefy one, sleeping. And I don't know where Fake Tough Guy gone. He's disappeared. How do we feel about Ilia buying followers? I feel like it's probably not Ilia's bought followers. I feel like someone probably bought it for him. My first rule is to make Spacetime a mod. I don't like boxing, but I do believe I will keep the gay questions to a minimum now, I guess. No, you can keep the gay questions, you know. Tripping on power because they have no lives. Thanks, Matthew. I feel complete. Yeah, it would make your channel better. Can't actually remember what I said now. Kia kaka. Yeah, it would make your channel better. I really don't. What would make my channel better? I can't actually remember what I said. I've like developed dementia on this stream. Maybe I really am a 40-year-old man, like Spacetime Continuum said. I've been lying. I'm actually 40. I'm aging with this very stream. I'm losing my memory. I'm losing my marbles. Kia ora, my cuzzies. Hello again, Chai Jamon. You're improving at reading chats, my guy. Are you moldy, my G, Mr. C? Let's go. Are you moldy, Space-Time Continuum? What actually are you? What is your ethnicity, Space-Time Continuum? Obviously, I know you're either from Australia or New Zealand. I can tell with the way you type. 40% body fat. Fair enough. It's 8:23 a.m. here. What's the time in Australia? It's 2:23 p.m. here in West Australia. Do you consider speed skating or running? I'd prefer to run. I can't skate. I'd fall over. Hell no, I'm not ugly. Having mod would make your channel better. That's what I'm saying now, mate. Oh, yeah, I get you. Yeah, I have 4 moderators, but my other 2 moderators must be sleeping. No, mate, I'm of European and Native American descent. It is 2:24 a.m. in East Coast, USA. Woo, USA, USA, USA. Wait, did you say hell no, I'm not ugly because I asked if you're moldy? Not every fucking moldy person's ugly. You know, there's a lot of attractive moldy. Whereabouts on the East Coast you from, Matthew Miller? Let's see. Are you a 40-year-old retired skateboarder? To be fair, I'll probably not ban anyone. Yeah, I feel like there's no point banning anyone. Even though Space Continuum is very rude to me, I don't really get offended, so you can keep him in. It's just helping the channel. Like, I don't care. If anyone's rude to me, it doesn't really affect me. It's the fucking internet. New York, New York, New York. You know, people being rude, I don't care if they're, as long as they're rude in the live chat, you know, it doesn't matter. It helps. Yeah, some moldy baddies, true. Yeah, but they're also crazy. I was getting stalked by some moldy chick a while back. And I know you think I'm a virgin, but no, it was actually very annoying. I had to fucking record a whole conversation because she wouldn't fucking leave me alone. But yeah, some of them are bad, but typically the real bad ones are like sort of mixed. Obviously, well, they're all mixed, but like they're a bit more mixed, I feel like. What is moldy? It's just like Samoans and like Tongans, but like it's the native people of New Zealand. Oh no, I keep you up at night. Oh yeah, I think about you all the time, space-time continuum. I'll be waking up, I'll be sleeping, I'll be like, and I'll just hear in my head, and it'll be your profile picture, it'll keep me up at night, I'll be in a hot sweat. You got me, Space. You got me. But no, you don't keep me up at night. I enjoy your company, space-time continuum. It's good to have a troll in here every once in a while. Have you ever been to international level in a sport? Man, the sport quota system in Germany and America is beautiful, man. Last time I gooned, I was thinking of space. I might do that too. Next time I fucking goon, I'll be thinking of you. All 19 years old of you, space-time continuum. I know you're illegal, so I'll be thinking about you, space-time continuum. Be thinking about your profile picture. Can't even watch The Simpsons without getting a half a chub. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I'll just be thinking about every time space-time continuum called me a virgin or a 40-year-old. I'll just be like, oh. I'll have to, yes, boys. Yeah, you're getting us off space-time to continuum. Weirdo. Hey, man, you're helping us. You're helping. You're helping us, you know? You just made it weird. Hey, I'm just speaking my feelings. Do you believe in ghosts? I believe, maybe. I don't know. I've had some weird supernatural type experiences, so I wouldn't rule it out. I'm very open-minded. Take it easy. I'm 7 hours off of pornography. Hey, good job, man. Good luck with the next 27 hours. It's going to be tough. It's the only fans they'll get you. People forget, man. People forget. People forget, man. If you want to see OnlyFans, you can just do it on Reddit for free. You don't have to pay these people. Well, it depends. If they're a celebrity. Matthew Miller, I know all your secrets, pal. Why could I see Pantoja knocking Kai Kara-France? He could. He definitely could. Kai Kara-France isn't like the most durable guy in the world, but I reckon he'll have a big power advantage over Pantoja. I mean, Pantoja got hurt against Matt Schnell, which is weird when you think about it in hindsight. Like, he badly got hurt. Like, the most rocked I've ever seen Pantoja was by Matt Schnell. Kai Kara going to win. I agree. I think Kai Kara France is going to get it done. Too good at takedown defense. It could get interesting though. I think Izzy is the goat of middleweight. He's up there. I don't rate. I just think middleweight hasn't really had too many great fighters. Like, it's either him or Anderson Silva, and I think Izzy beat better opponents than Anderson Silva. But I reckon Dricus Du Plessis will become the GOAT before all is said and done. If he beats Hamzat especially, I think Izzy does PDs. I think so too. You can't just gain a breast. That doesn't happen without using fucking gyno. You don't just gain fucking gyno tits without using gyno, you know? So he was definitely on something, you know? His best performances were always when he had a man boob. I'm pure vegetarian. Congratulations. His name is Kai Whale, I believe. I got gyno in high school during wrestling season. What were you putting in your supplements, mate? He's too good as a pure striker. Who is he? I don't know. He lost a lot of pure striking, though. He lost to Sean Strickland in pure striking. He lost to Alex Pereira, pure striking. Lost to Amavov, pure striking. Matt Schnell hit surprisingly hard. He knocked down Royval and badly rocked Pantoja. I know, yeah. Matt Schnell is good. He just has no chin, unfortunately, for him. Like, he's actually pretty good. But he's actually, got to win his last fight. So, his comeback season for Matt Schnell. He's coming back. Do you remember when Jimmy Flick retired because he finally met his real dad and then he just never came back? Thoughts on Dan Hooker's CTE slurring? Kind of sad as he's one of my favorites. Yeah, I feel like Dan Hooker's just had too many crazy gym wars. Like, I don't even think it's all the fights. Like, he's had crazy fights, but if you watch footage with Dan Hooker and Izzy, he's always just badly scrapping with Izzy and heavier guys. And there's even a video of him scrapping like a heavyweight. Like, I don't know. I feel like if he's got CTE, it'd probably be from gym wars, not like just a UFC, because he fucking spars really hard. You make the F sound in the Moldy language, so it's profound. Kafrudi. Athletic scholarship or some calls. My cousin is there. Dan Hooker doesn't believe in CTE. He'll be fine. That's true. White skin UFC fighters' skin is very sensitive. Do you mean as in they get hit and they bleed and cut up a bit easier? Because yeah, that's sort of true. A lot of white fighters, you'll see them their eyes will get bruised a lot easier than obviously a black fighter or a darker skin fighter. Which is why damage-based scoring is a bit scary when it comes to fighters who can cut and bleed a lot easier. I remember when Jake Paul boxed Deji. Everyone was like, oh my god, Deji made him bleed. He's clearly winning the fight, even though Jake Paul won every round against Deji. You don't need to win a national championship to get an athletic scholarship. We got 17 likes. Good job, boys. Every stream seems to do a lot of good likes. I like it. What will be the headline Sunday morning? Ilia Topuria, two-time UFC champion. I mean, to be fair, the headline Sunday morning, the card won't have finished at that point in time, but I reckon it will say something along the lines, Monday morning, Ilia Topuria, and new ×2. Dan Hooker and Max might be looking like BJ Penn in a couple of years. Hopefully not, though. Yeah, Max could be rough, especially if he gets chinned again. If his chin's gone, it's going to be very bad for him. Let's go. We got 19 likes in the chat. Let's fucking go. Mr. C, what's your job? I believe Mr. C is an English teacher. He teaches English. I'm predicting 5 fights end in a finish. What you say, yeah? I think we will see 5 finishes. Fuck, that's dumb. Why is it dumb that he's an English teacher? I think being an English tutor, mate. Yeah. 2. Indeed. 2, Caden Cole. Hello, welcome to the chat. Hope you're going well today, my friend. We got 20 likes. Let's go. Boys, thoughts on me one day being a doctor. Oh, well, I hope you treat your patients with a lot more respect than you treat the chat, but I'm sure if you put your heart to it, you'll do well. Space-time continuum. Do finishes? Oh god, please no. I still don't know why Askar Askarov rage quit MMA. He's legitimately good. I think he went to ACA, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he's fought since. Don't do it. It would be my fault. Space-time. Does UFC fighters semen retention for hard fight? Does UFC fighters... I don't know. I don't think all of them do semen retention, no. I'm actually quite a good guy, dare I say. I'm sure you're a good guy deep down, you know. I'm sure you're a good guy. You just like to troll a little bit. That's fine. We all like to troll. Do it, mate. Good money and job security. Semen retention is the way, gentlemen. Unless you're like me, dumping it in baddies. That's an old myth. Only if you're not good, still do it. Anthony Joshua does semen retention. And look how bad his career is going. He got knocked down and then knocked out like 6 times in his last fight against Daniel Dubus. So that confirms that semen retention is not the way. Terence Crawford does not retain semen, but does Canelo Alvarez retain semen? That's the question. He's way better than Joshua, making 20k a year. Brandon Royval confirmed does not. Yeah, Brandon Royval has like 7 kids. Tyson Fury got robbed against Usyk. I do not think so. He had a fight at ACA almost 2 years ago, but hasn't had a fight since. Yeah, that's really weird. Just remember when like Askar Askarov was like, he was deaf. I remember one time they like tried to stop the fight with the horn, but he's deaf, so he didn't stop. If I was Askar Askarov, I would purposely like cheat. I just purposely like hit people after the bell. Like, I can't hear you, sorry. You gotta fight dirty in this game. You gotta fight dirty. Bro, he clearly lost to Usyk. Gypsy. Hey, let's just say Tyson Fury definitely doesn't fucking pull out. He's got like 8 kids. So he doesn't practice semen retention. Holy shit, we have 23 likes. Oh lord, Space Time needs some glasses. Got 23 likes. This is I think this might be the record, boys. Good job. Best name? Probably Chaos Williams, shit fighter though. Yeah, probably Chaos, because his name's not actually Chaos, it's Kalen. But now he goes by Chaos. He actually changed his name to Chaos. Well, not officially, I don't think. King Green was rough. Ben Dunn has never finished a man or woman. I actually have. I've finished a lot of women, but you think I'm a virgin, that's fine. You don't have to believe me. But I've definitely finished men, but not in a gay way. I've had a lot of fights. Only chicks he's seen are the ones he paid for. Bro, look at me. I did not pay. I have grey eyes. I have fucking good hair. I'm 6 foot tall. I don't have to pay for sex. Plus, it doesn't count. If you pay for it, it doesn't count. Danny Roberts main eventing a PFL card starting to look like GFL. Yeah, they're picking up all the GFL fighters. John Jones the GOAT. Yeah, if you don't count roids. Have you considered therapy space-time? That's a very good question. I feel like space-time is projecting a lot because he talks a lot about like apparently I'm a virgin and I haven't finished women or whatever. But normally the people who are always calling people virgins and more than likely are not a virgin themselves. Which is alright. You're 19, space-time continuum. Your time will come. Don't you worry. I'm sure you'll fucking find a woman eventually. Tomorrow morning we're doing a watch along for PFL. Maybe. Not sure yet. I just bet I can't stick around for a PFL card because they take so fucking long. I hate the what's the word I'm looking for? Like it takes forever to go from fight to fight. There's too many ads and like it's very slow, you know. At least with UFC, you're right on to the next fight. You know, while PFL it just takes forever. I hate how long it takes to get to the next fight. We got Sergio Pettis versus Rafion Stotts. The dude who fought Ilia. Nice. Pretty sure Pettis and Stotts trained together back in the day, so that'll be interesting. I always like a teammate versus teammate. I thought they fixed that problem. I thought they did, but I thought the last card I thought that fight, I thought it took a while with that. I mean, they always fix it, and then the next card, it's like they go back to it again. So I don't know. Like, I root for the PFL. I want them to do well because the UFC need competition. But it's always fucking, I don't know, it takes too long. Oh, Carl Abric. Yeah, you're talking about Carl Abricatason. Yeah, that guy. Rick Shaw in the house. Welcome back, Ricky Shaw. I'm fine with PFL, but I like Octagon and Rise more. Octagon does really underrated cards. Thoughts on... Who is this? Let me look this person up. I gotta make sure you're not trolling me. Okay, you're trolling me in some way. I don't know who the Joaquin Santana is. But I hope you're going well. Malcolm Wellmaker fan. Hope you're going well. Malcolm Wellmaker. He's looking good so far. So I'm sure you're very happy. Even though I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. You're trying to... I feel like there's a troll in that name because I looked it up and nobody came up. Thoughts on a new prospect called Sean Diddy Combs. I've heard he's a very slippery one. I've heard he's a slippery opponent. You know, you don't want to let that guy get you back. You definitely don't want Sean Diddy Combs to get you back. That's what I know so far about the prospect, Sean Diddy. Definitely don't want him getting you back. And if you take him down, he's very slippery. He'll always get back up and he'll oil check you. He's Grayson. Would you rate Santana versus any ranked flyweight? I don't know who the fuck Santana is. Unless you're like mixed up his name. I don't know who he is. He's Grayson. He has great takedown defense. Where is Alexandre Topuria? I want to see him fight again. I think he's going to fight next month or something. I thought he was meant to fight on this card, but didn't end up happening. I swear I've seen something about him fighting in July, though, so maybe he'll get something booked. Joaquin. Yeah, bro, there's nobody called Joaquin Santana, I don't think. Oh, wait, I think I messed up, actually. Oh. Joaquin Santana. Yeah, nobody comes up, so I think you're trolling. I mean, it sounds like a legitimate guy. You'd think there would at least be one Joaquin Santana that came up on Tapology, but yeah, nobody comes up at all. Does it bother you that Ilia is close to being a legal midget? He's not that short. But it does bother me that like he's so much shorter, but he would still knock me out cold. Yeah, that does scare me a little bit. One body shot and I'm dead. That aspect of stuff is crazy. What fight has the highest potential for killing the mood this weekend? Very interesting question. He's a prospect. He won't be on Tapology yet. There's 0 and 0 fighters who are on Tapology. You're trolling me, mate. You're trying to troll him. I would probably say the fight that has the potential to ruin the mood is probably Vivian Aruanu versus Tracy Cortez, because I feel like we could get brutal finish from Jacoby Smith. We could get Terrence McKinney destroying Slava or Slava KOing him, and then we're going to have Tracy Cortez and versus Vivian just ruining the card. Hello, Jeet. What an interesting name. Hello, Jeet. How you going? It's good to see you back, Jeet. Short men are goated. Shout out to Mr. C. Kidding, you're not that short. He's good at wrestling. But yeah, I feel like the women's fight could definitely ruin the mood of the card. Or maybe, yeah, probably that. That's still a fight I can see ruining the mood of the card. And then it'll die off for a bit, but it'll come back. I reckon Betty and Anato might be mood killers. Maybe even the main car event if Charles gets carried out on a stretcher. Yeah, that's a good point. That would definitely ruin the mood. Like I want is Ilia to win, but I don't want Charles to get hurt. It's very sad that one has to lose, and one will probably lose very brutally when that happens. Look up his name without topology. Okay, so this guy's actually real. You're not fucking with me. Sorry, like nobody came up. It's weird. Normally, like someone would come up when you look up the name in MMA. So I don't know. I feel like I've been sent on a wild goose chase. I literally can't find anybody. Champion has a name. His name is Charles the Bronx. Charles the Bronx. No, his name is El Matador. Ilia Topuria. Oh, wait, yeah, wait, no, this guy came up. Jonathan came up. No, this isn't him. This guy's 0-1. Nothing is coming up for me. Yeah, like, this is what I mean. Like, are you sure his name's Joaquin? Are you sure his name's not spelled differently or something? Because I can't find a Joaquin Santana coming up. That's why I feel like I'm being trolled. I'm not sure the point of it. It's if it is a troll, it's literally just I don't know. There's no real payoff to it, you know. Like, but yeah, Joaquin Santana. Okay, Joaquin Santana 6-0. Yeah, man, nothing coming up for me. I'm looking, but oh, that's why you're looking it up. Okay. So I found an Instagram of a guy called Joaquin Santana, and I believe this guy is a homosexual porn star. I believe that's why you've been telling us to look up Joaquin Santana. Interesting. Good job, Malcolm. Welcome, Malcolm Wellmaker fan. I feel like it would have paid off more if you were like look at images or something like that. But I clicked on an Instagram account and it came up with a gay porn star, so I'd imagine that's who you're talking about. Yeah, he looks like he'd have a pretty deadly ground game. You know, definitely wouldn't want that guy on top of you. I like to eat crocodile meat. Very nice. I've never had it before. I'm sure it'd be nice. Fucking hell. I feel like it would have like you could have played it off so much better, Joaquin Santana. You would have said images or something like that. It would have played off so much better. I'm like looking everywhere. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like nothing was coming up. But good job. Good job. I'll fucking give you that one. You got me. It seems like a specifically chosen gentleman. Yes, it is. Well, make sure you subscribe, Malcolm Wellmakers fan, and you can try and get me to look up gay porn stars again, I guess, next stream. It seems like a specifically chosen gentleman. Fighting is good, but punch and nose, most painful shot in MMA. What do you think? Yes, it definitely would hurt. Definitely hurts. Definitely wouldn't feel nice. Not feel good at all. How do you even know who it is? What are you looking up on porn? It's a very good point. How do you know? Like, it's such a niche guy. He has 4,000 followers on Instagram. How do you even know who the fuck that is? Like, it's such a niche. Like, I feel like that's a niche fucking porn. Like, that's like a hardcore fucking porn fan when you're making us look up a niche fucking porn star with like 4,000 followers. Like, doesn't even have a big following on Instagram for fuck's sake. You've got to at least be somewhat in the know to know whoever the fuck Joaquin Santana is. Jones want to kill you, what UFC would you want to defend you? Probably Tom Aspinall. John Jones just won't fight him if I have Tom Aspinall there. You look like Mike Andronio. Okay, here's another name I apparently look up. Let's look at this guy. Oh, he died. This isn't good. Oh my god, you made me look up another fucking porn star. Never fucking seen this guy before in my life. I don't watch porn anymore, so that'd probably be why, but what the fuck? Have you heard of an actor from the 1940s era? He's from Austria and liked to paint. I can't recall his name. Oh, me neither, man. I can't recall that guy's name. Sounds familiar, though. Aren't you Indian? Why are you making so many jokes? You look like the average Miami drug lord. I'll take it. I always wanted to get the Scarface suit, so the one that Masvidal wore to the BMF press conference. I always wanted to get one of those. I like Joaquin Santana is a dirty boy. He's my idol. I'm glad you got good idols. Maybe he's playing the long game and he's going to message your parents to have them search your browser history. Jesus Christ. The ultimate, yeah, it's just a bunch of porn stars. No, I'm white as hell and straight as hell and have probably not spent the last 5 minutes researching my kids. Rick Shaw is one of my, I like all the fans, but Rick Shaw, you fucking make me crack up quite a lot. It's very, very, I love the, I generally can't tell if you actually are gay or not. You have a very, ominous fucking jokes. Like, I can't tell if you're, like, generally getting off to this or not. What do you think? He's pretty awesome, isn't he? I'm not a big fan, to be fair, man. Not a big fan. Can't say I'm rocking with fucking Joaquin Santana, but he looks like he's fucking rocking. I like girls' smile and booty. Don't we all? Don't we all? Who doesn't like the girl's smile and a girl's booty? You are the whitest Indian I know. People forget, man. Rick Shaw. He's a marauder. Look at his six-pack. I'm not going to keep looking at Joaquin Santana, Malcolm Wellmaker fan. The one time I unfortunately went through his Instagram when you told me to is, I think that's all I need to see of Joaquin Santana. But I'm glad you enjoy him. People forget, man. Oh, God. Is this another porn star, K1? I'm going to look this up. It's going to fucking ruin my fucking Cliff. But this name rings a bell, and this isn't a good type of bell. Okay, so I looked up Clifton Bartholomew, and it came up with a fucking. I looked up Clifton, but it came up with a fucking shooting in South Australia instead. It didn't come up with Clifton, it came up with Clifford Bartholomew, who was apparently a guy who shot his wife and 7 children. How do you have 7 children and you kill them all? What a fucking idiot. What is even the point of having kids if you're gonna fucking kill them later? That's fucking stupid. It's bad he killed his kids anyway, but like you have 7 of them for fuck's sake. What was the point? Votes on the Hobart shooter. I don't know. I feel like it was more than one shooter, but I don't know. I feel like the guy who did not Hobart, but, the Port Arthur thing. I feel like there should have been. I don't know. Feel like he was a really good shot, which is crazy when you think about his experience. But I don't fucking know. Obviously, the guy was a bit mental in the head, so maybe he just had like a idiot savant moment. Joaquim's OnlyFans is $10 per month. He must be whiting out on there. I'm subscribed to his OnlyFans. I nominate Mr. C to check it out. My mate was at the scene when it happened. Jesus, what'd your mate say about it, Mr. C? I feel like we should make a group chat. I feel like we should make a fucking, like, Insta group chat or something. Or members. I nominate Mr. C to check it out. Yeah, I'd love to see Mr. C explain that to his Vietnamese misso, why he's bought Joaquim Santana's OnlyFans. He heard the shots and ducked for cover. I think, yeah, it makes sense. That's what you could do in a situation like that, you know? You've got to fucking duck and dive. Send me the money, I want to take one for the team. I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Malcolm Wellmaker's fan could just send it to you, Rick Shaw. It seems like he's very invested in Mr. Santana. Rick versus Goku. I'll go Goku. People forget, man, Goku, he's a marauder. He's a beast. People forget, man, he's a marauder. Santana is so hot. Jesus Christ. You know, I thought you'd come in here and talk about Wellmaker a little bit, Wellmaker fan, but literally all you talk about is Santana. It's very interesting. How much body weight you have? I'm 78, 79 kgs. Brando Parafish had a date. He's fighting on May 16th. Do you mean... I think you mean in August? But yeah, he's fighting... I forgot the guy he's fighting, but he's fighting an American. That sentence the guy was nutty. It was like 500 years or some shit. Yeah. He's not allowed to be interviewed either, the guy who did it, which is a bit crazy. You know, you'd think they'd at least want to interview him, but no. Just completely blocked off. I think Brando Perovic can do pretty good. If we upload training clips, will you criticize and shit all over us? Yeah, if you want me to. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun. I could just shit on you when I probably have even worse form. He was a serious nutcase. Yeah, he was messed up in the head. Like, he was a very weird dude, but I don't know. I feel like he was one of the best fucking shots in the world, apparently. But, yeah. Tasty water. I gotta work in 3 fucking minutes. Damn, back to work. Wow, I did a whole stream while you're working and when you left. Valid. Hello, Valid Gamayev. How are you going? Hope you're going very well, Valid. If you're new to the chat, make sure you like and subscribe. It's good to see you in here. And if you're new to the chat, make sure you subscribe and like the video. It all helps. The more likes, the more subscribers, the more I can do this and hopefully make more money. And then I can just do it all the time. Oh, you do any job? Yeah, I do some jobs. I write, I do articles. Where are you from, Mr. C? He's from Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam. For some reason, the watch-alongs get loads of viewers. I get more viewers than this. I get a lot more viewers just randomly live streaming than I do on the actual MMA ones. I think it's because all of the actual ones are like when all the big MMA streamers are on. So I just got to build my base doing it this way. Ring, 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 ring. I hear ringing, Valid. I hear ringing. Oh, Valid, you have a lot of subscribers. You have more subscribers than me. Very interesting. Show him to me. Glazing a random gay porn star is kind of crazy. Well, make a fan. I'm not from the subcontinent. I'm from America. It's hilarious, K1. His name is Joaquin Santana. Make sure you look him up. I think PFL gets big name channels doing watch-alongs though. Like, you mean they like pay them, or if the PFL was to pay me, I'd do a whole watch-along. I would just have to. It would be hard for me to shill though. I could never shill for any of the companies because I always have to shit on them for doing something like. But I'll do a PFL watch-along if it helps. I meant to say they don't. Oh, right. I get you. Jesus Christ, they gave Lucas Bresky another fight. He's 1-5 in the UFC. And he's still getting another fight. That's crazy. I mean, he did get robbed against... he got robbed against somebody before, but still. Ryan Spann versus Lucas Bresky. What a fucking fight. Who is that? Is that a troll name, Mr. C? I'm so confused. I love gooning with poppers. That's it's really good. Malcolm Willmaker fan. I'm glad you enjoy that. It's good to have hobbies we enjoy. I think if we get 25 likes, I think we break the record for most likes on a live stream. So if you haven't already, make sure you like the video. And this can be a new record. Every stream, we aim for new records. He's the 16-year-old kickboxer who has a massive Malaysian fan base. Yeah, I looked that up. I looked it up just to make sure. And yeah, you weren't actually trolling. What do you mean by poppers? What are poppers? I'm just saying, Alex Reyes is still on the roster for some reason. Yeah, bro, he came back, got destroyed by Charlie, what's his name? And then got destroyed by Tom Nolan. He's still getting fights. Just feed him to somebody who needs a win, pretty much. Somebody needs to gain their confidence. If they're saving Alex Reyes on the roster just in case. If Terrence McKinney loses, probably. Oh, we got 25 likes. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Oh, we got 26. I'll go Messi. Look up Pop. I'm not looking up anything you say, Malcolm Wellmaker fan. You've corrupted my search history with gay porn stars, mate. I'm sorry. I don't know if I can trust anything you tell me to look up without me ending up on a fucking registry. So I'm gonna politely decline to look up what poppers are. Malcolm Wellmaker fan. I do love you though, but I wanna keep my fucking history a bit cleaner than that. Poppers are like a weak drug to help relax this. Is that sort of like Nangs? Is that what it is? Is it like laughing gas or something? Lionel Messi. I'll go Messi. I'll go Messi over Ronaldo. Poppers are snorted. Oh, okay, interesting. No, I'm not sure what they are, to be honest. I'm not really a drug user, so. Do you use poppers, though? Malcolm Wellmaker fan? No, not like Nangs, but similar. Okay, that's alright. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, is it like a 30-second high like Nangs? Because I feel like Nangs are so stupid. Why would you like potentially fuck up your brain for a 30-second high? That's just seems very short-sighted. I think soccer, fittest sport on the planet. What do you think? I'd say like fighting. I feel like you got to be really athletic to keep fighting. No breaks or anything like that when you're in a fight. Fun fact about Charles Johnson was on top ranked boxing card. Yeah, I remember he was a boxer back in the day. I say back in the day, not that long ago. You know what I mean? Weed and poppers. So what makes you enjoy poppers so much? What's the big thing with poppers? Poppers are big in the LGBT community. Interesting. So is it like a sex drug or something? Does it like get you like, I don't know, because Malcolm Wellmaker fan is talking about them a lot in the context of sex. Soccer is better cardio health. Oh, it's better for you, but I think that it's it takes a lot of. I think that you have to be in better shape to be a fighter because you're non-stop having to fight. There's no breaks or anything like that. Well, Mike, are you a Jeff Molina? That's a crazy way to ask it. Are you a Jeff Molina? Mm-hmm. Oh, to allow easier penetration. Jesus Christ. I don't find Jeff Milk attractive. Jesus Christ. What's happening to my chat? JSP says running a marathon is worth for you than smoking a cigarette. Interesting. Anyway, I'm probably going to head off now. I'm going to chill for the rest of my day. New season of Squid Games is out, so I'm going to go watch that. But hope you guys are all doing well. Hope if you're new to the channel, you subscribed, you liked the video, you put on notifications. And I hope you all do very well. And I'll see you guys next stream. Not sure when I'll go on next. Maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure. I might go on for a bit during the Eternal card. But yeah, until then, I hope you guys have a good one. Should order some and try it. I'm not going to do poppers. I don't do drugs, so I'm not going to do poppers. But yeah, I hope you guys all do well. Hope you guys are all well. Yeah, have a good rest of your day. So goodbye to everybody. Good luck with work, Mr. C. And I'll see you all next time. Adios. Goodbye. Until next time. Oh yeah, watch my Jake Paul video. Go like it. My prediction. Just to night, Daddy. Jesus Christ. What a way to end it. I'm going to end it there then. Okay. Goodbye. Hope you guys have a good one. Take care. Bye. And go watch my prediction videos and give them a like. Help me in the algorithm. Goodbye.